You know, I hear he only does the best of things, the biggest of things.
He only does things big. That one I can admit.
No politics talks. It's too polarizing.
Nah.
It's too polarizing. No. I was thinking, welcome guys. I was thinking like we could do a quick, like, howdy do? What's your favorite video game type of thing, and just learn a little bit more about each other. So that's the question. What is everybody's favorite video game? Who wants to start off?
I mean, is that all time or currently?
Ah, man, that's a good follow-up question. God damn, Corey, you gotta
Immediately turn the question back on him.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It could be all time. If you want to show your age, sure, go ahead. Burn. No, but it could be current or all time. It's up to you.
I got an answer for this. And I'm even going to go a step further and proclaim that this is the best video game of all time. That's just my favorite.
Ooh,
I think, and
strong words.
And so I'm gonna I'm going to explain my criteria of what I think would make the best game ever before I say it, and then immediately everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up." So
Kendo, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah, before we even start, shut the fuck up. No, but all right.
So I think the best game. So I think the best game ever should be an enjoyable game, right? Like most people who play it should be able to play it and be like, "Oh, okay, this is a fun game," right? I think it should also have longitude. If it's the best game ever, it's not just a game where it came out, people enjoyed it, and then never talked about it again, right? It's a game where people play it, continue to play it, and it continues to bring joy to people. You know, no matter how long.
Are you going
from
to
the
say
release
Monopoly?
I'm not going to say Monopoly.
Okay.
I love Monopoly, but I'm not going to say Monopoly. Third, I think the best game ever should continue to evolve in a way where like it is, and this kind of goes on with the first two things, right? Like this third thing needs to be true for the first two things to be true, right? Where it is a different game every now, like not a different game, but it continues to change and continues to evolve with the player base of it, so that every time they play it, they're still getting a new experience and it's still
Replay
building
value.
on to the foundation. Yeah, it's got great replay value. And those are my three main things. And that game is Minecraft.
Ooh.
I was wondering.
Oh, okay. I literally thought it was gonna be like Animal Crossing or something. I was like, oh my
Animal Crossing is really good.
It is really
Minecraft, it is really good. But Minecraft settles all three of those things for me. I can stop playing Minecraft for like 6 months, go back to it, still enjoy it, and it's almost an entirely new game every time. Just because every time they just add so much new stuff onto it that doesn't take away from anything else that's been built, but only makes it so that like my experience is multiplied every single time.
Wow. I didn't know they keep adding stuff. Like well,
yeah.
I did know like they have end game bosses. I never actually I think Minecraft was just never my thing. It was just like cuz
That's fair.
I would spend like days building stuff, and like I felt like I just didn't get anywhere because I always just die in survival mode. I guess I was just never really good at the game. But anyways,
Oh man, the first time I played Minecraft like 8 years ago, I played it with my now wife. And you know, I'd spent like 2 weeks or whatever, like carving a castle out of a whole mountain that I was really proud of. And she had a day off while I was at work, and I come back, I boot it up, like I wake up in my Minecraft bedroom, and I just look out the window, and she has painstakingly built a giant sign out of blocks that says "Corey sucks."
oh man,
just
nice.
like, God damn it!
Only in Minecraft.
Griefer.
Only in Minecraft will you get that experience.
All right. Who's next with their video game of all time or currently? Let's not all scramble to answer.
I'm gonna go with Fallout 2.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a
and
niche.
so I don't think it's the best game ever by any stretch, but even more so than Fallout 1 and better than the later Fallout installments, Fallout 2 established a very clear aesthetic and made you really feel like you were living in that world in a way that other RPGs at the time didn't. Even like good stuff like Elder Scrolls, right, was still just so reliant on pre-existing tropes that it's like, okay, this is some other D&D fantasy knockoff, whatever. Whereas Fallout was so fresh. It was something new to go ahead and explore. With a lot of consequences that went from character creation all the way through the game in terms of like what path you could take, which really increased its replayability.
Awesome. Like really nostalgic, right?
Yeah, I mean, is that retro futurism, kind of like the hopelessness of a post-apocalyptic world with like just a little bit of hope dashed in there.
Only a
Spice.
little bit.
Hope spice.
Only
just
a
a
little bit, which I think is the
Sprinkle.
right amount. There
I
should be a
agree.
little bit of hope.
Okay. I like that. That was a good answer. Anybody else?
All right.
okay.
So here's my thing. So a while back I kind of had video games ruined for me, and I've tried not to let that affect my view of them. So when I do get around to playing a video game, it's normally one that I have to be super interested in and that I can play a while. But I don't think I've ever had a favorite except from when I was like 3 years old. And here's the reason. So back when I was 3 years old, the only thing we really had at my house was the PlayStation 1, I think, or the PlayStation
Probably.
2. I can't honestly remember because my brother was like 17 and broke it. So yeah, that was fun. I was not a happy camper as a child. But but when that went down, before then, my dad and I used to play this one game called Legends of Dragoon.
Oh, I fucking know that game. I know that game.
Yes, and
But
it's just nostalgic. Don't get me wrong, I've looked at it today and it's so blocky and horrible. Think of the very first Tomb Raider. That's what it looked like. It was trash. But it's so nostalgic, and when someone mentions it, I'm just I start getting teary-eyed, and I'm like, man, I just want
Aw.
to play it again. Because my dad would play the main guy, and then I'd play the healer. But of course, I would die every 5 seconds, so my dad would have to heal me and then continue playing. It was just stupid fun. But yeah, so I think that would have to be my favorite. That or Crash Bandicoot, because that's
Oh,
also another one that we would play
goddamn,
together.
Chelsea. You're
I'm
bringing.
here for the nostalgia.
Yeah, that's so nostalgic. Holy shit. Or Metal Gear.
You're
Oh man, if
welcome.
we're going for pure nostalgia, can I recommend Lolo?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh,
Whoa,
that
what
was
a
a puzzle
deep
solving
dive.
game for the NES. And so my dad would work on figuring out the puzzles, but he didn't have the dexterity to actually make the movements for the character. So he'd help me figure it out, but then I'd have to execute whatever plan he came up with. So nostalgia is very high there for me.
That's
That's cute.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to join Roll20. What am I doing?
So
That might
Jensen
help.
or Dammy, would you like to go? I could go next. I'm still thinking of my video games. That's why I haven't really said anything.
Yeah, I can go next. If we're gonna talk about nostalgia, I think for me, if we're going by nostalgia, it would have to be Kingdom Hearts or
Aw.
Pokemon.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Pokemon was the shit.
Dude, Pokemon is still
Honestly,
that way. It's
though,
just now the kids don't watch it, which is
Well, I don't
unfortunate.
know. I've heard a lot of people
yeah,
say Pokemon nowadays are the Pokemon that are coming out are just way too crazy looking, and
Yeah, I
they
mean, I
don't.
agree with that, but
hmm
I mean,
Mhm.
it's
Tekken
still
5.
pretty common.
yeah, no. I think when I remember playing the first Kingdom Hearts, when I was 7, and then now I'm 23, and Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out, and I was yeah, it's been with me my whole life, so I have to keep to it.
Pretty good. I like that.
Oh man, I do remember the first time I played Kingdom Hearts was I was super into it. It was just the awesome world, with all the Disney characters and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when Final Fantasy VII. Wow, man, that's a awesome
Oh,
game as
another
well.
one, Final Fantasy, yes.
Yeah.
The craziness of all the Final Fantasies, and the Kingdom Hearts, oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, the only Final Fantasy I ever played was Final Fantasy 13 2, I think. And
What the
I was
fuck?
like,
It's the
dude,
movie.
I was only a quarter, not even a quarter. I was probably 1/6 of the way through it, and then I got stuck on the tomato boss, and I was like, where is this going? How do you defeat it? And I gave up. I just was like, nah, screw it. We ain't playing this again.
Gee, same.
That's
All right. Damie, you're pretty quiet today.
Yeah. It's because you asked about video games, and well, my dad always said girls don't play video games. I don't really have much experience on that.
That's terrible. What the fuck?
I guess my favorite games are
But you don't have to do
Cupcake
video
Ring
games. It could be
and
board games.
Strawberry Shortcake, the 4-season cake on the DS.
Ooh.
Those are my favorite
Ooh.
games.
Okay. We got a
Yeah,
DS
Cupcake
game
Win
here.
because
Oh,
very
DS, I
important,
totally
and
forgot
Strawberry
about-
Shortcake because it's amazing. I use
Oh,
bubblegum to
strawberry
jump.
shortcake. Memories.
Welcome. For some reason, snails are giant and they hurt you, but I guess.
Wow.
It's zero like the cartoons, but okay.
I remember seeing the car. I don't remember what it was on, but I vaguely remember when I was younger seeing the show on some channel and watching an episode or two, and I was like, "Oh, this is cute."
Which
I like
one was
this.
it?
I remember
Did she
they were
have
like,
short hair, long hair? Did she have a beanie, a cap,
think she-
or a straw hat?
I think she had a beanie.
Yeah,
It
mine was
was
a
like
beanie.
they
Was
were
she
like
wearing a
they
dress
were.
or pants?
I
Yes.
think pants.
Pants and a beanie.
I think
I don't know that one.
Hipster.
Yeah. Hipster strawberry shortcake.
Called it.
Because it wasn't like the 2D animation. It was like I think it was like 3D animation.
Oh no, mine was 2D.
My favorite was the short-haired one who was more like of a ginger than actual like red hair. You know, like the color red. No, you know, and she had short hair, a straw hat, and the cutest outfit with jeans that I wanted so bad. And oh my god, I loved her so much.
Oh, I'm looking up I'm looking up images of it, and I do also remember the version that you're talking about because that popped up. And oh yes, I think this was on Nickelodeon or something.
I
Or
thought it
Nick
was Cartoon
Jr..
Network, actually.
Oh God, I've got no. My memory.
If we
Dude,
start
this
going
stuff's
to
ancient to
Nickelodeon
me.
and Cartoon Network, we're going to get into like more nostalgia here.
Yeah, let's just back
Like
off
we're
while
just
we're still
gonna
here. I'm
dive
sorry.
into that shit. Talking about rocket power. But anyways,
Yeah, anyway, that was
I
my
understand that.
strawberry shortcake for season cake on the DS and Club Penguin. My favorite games.
Oh, Club Penguin. Oh
I
yeah,
see
love Club
before Club
Penguin.
Penguin, it used to be Neopets when I was young. You guys ever hear about Neopets? No?
I'm
Ah,
not that young.
Oh my
I
god, yes, my
I
cousin
love
was
Neopets.
obsessed.
yes, Neopets, yes.
I
McDonald's
never
Happy
had
Meal.
Neopets.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
dude, like all the like roulette stuff and all the mini games that you get. Like,
Bruh.
dude, the concept of Neopets was like off the chain.
I didn't like Neopets as much as my cousin, but man, did I get into Webkins and Ty Beanie Baby online. I think I still have
Honestly,
videos on that website actually from that I made.
wow. Honestly, the only other games I remember playing are Blah Blah Land and Mushy Monsters.
I don't know what those are, but they sound adorable.
I don't know what
Yeah.
those are either. All
That
right,
last one sounded familiar.
my favorite game would probably be the game that revolutionized my like life. Really, would probably be like Neverwinter Nights. I was never really into like D&D stuff or anything like that. But I picked up a copy of Neverwinter Nights when it first came out, and for some reason, like I loved it. I loved everything about it, and so that like kind of sparked my whole D&D thing. The thing for me is I like it wasn't really cool to be like a D&D nerd in school, so I kind of like never.
You don't say.
No matter like I don't know how kids say it today, but when I was a kid, like it was not cool. It was
Well,
I don't know.
there's a high school near us that actually has a D&D club, and I almost volunteered with them, and yeah, it would have been really fun.
Yo.
I used to DM for high schoolers for like a extracurricular like organization called Yukatsu.
That's cool.
Where it did like gaming and like fitness for kids, and like I did it over the summer. And I used to DM, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had.
I wish I could do something like that.
Very good.
But anyways, I'd like to say, look at that. We're vibing, guys. That's what this all about. We're vibing.
The important
okay.
question here, though, is did you go back and play Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2
Hell yeah.
after Neverwinter's Night? Because, God, those games were so good.
Yeah. I mean, it was, but I don't think I would have been able to just pick those up and play those like before Neverwinter Nights came out, because like the graphical like attraction was different. Like the graphics in Neverwinter Nights were like it was like ahead of its time at the time.
Right.
But yeah, so of course I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I haven't played 3 yet. I don't think I'm going to. I don't like how they charge like $60 for an early access game. But anyways.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's political. You guys all ready? What do you guys all want to start in the game? Like I don't know. Like I had the I was thinking like we just kind of start at the mansion, like when you guys are arriving, to like kind of like jump into the action. But if you guys want like some time to really like just, and I'm meaning like 10 minutes at most, right, to like kind of talk a little bit more before we get into the action, I'm cool with that too. So how do you guys want to do it?
Can we just
The only
go
talk.
over the
Sorry, go
plan
ahead.
like one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I say
we'll
if we do like 5 minutes tops, just here's the plan. If
Okay.
anyone has any questions, answer them quick and then get into it. I think that'd be good.
all
Yeah,
right.
I
All right.
agree.
Okay. All right. We'll start off at the secret brew then.
All right.
Mean. Okay.
No,
we
totally
try
be mean. My handwriting's
No,
trash.
no one's
one
being
and
mean. No one's being
two.
I mean, you did have to
Okay.
delete my post-it because it was entirely illegible, so it's fine.
No, it's because it wasn't on the board. To be honest,
Yeah, it also wasn't on the board.
you like did it like all the way off to the side. So here is the the planning board.
Oh gosh.
You
My
can understand
handwriting.
like it's not really that easy to
Can you
digest.
tell I gave up and started doing text?
Screwed
This is
over.
so
Did you say
simple.
Bracy Bruce? Like I don't Brucey Bruce?
Yeah, Percy Bruce.
Yeah. So a quick recap, real quick. You guys all met up at the Secret Brew, a coffee shop that Orlan owns, because he came to all of you in hopes to recruit you for a job. Bruce Mathmathmath, the previous owner of the Secret Brew, came and he cashed in that favor that Orlan owed him. He also said that he will pay you, I think it was 6 coins, and if you accomplish the second part of the job, a nice automobile for all of you, a top of the line carriage that Jupiter is not really fond of. You guys, you guys all kind of gathered together, made some plans, and you guys gathered some information using contacts and information brokers, Brigham using his dentist shop, and etc., and you were able to hatch a plan. And so you guys are all sitting down. I'm assuming like you guys would meet. So let's say the ball is scheduled to be at like a certain time. We'll say the 7th hour, which is almost twilight, where the sun is now setting. So there's like a dim orangey glow all around you. But
I thought it was always dark.
well, no,
true.
it's in Doskvol or in this world. It doesn't. It's not always perpetually dark. During the sunrise and the sunset, there's like a dim glow, like almost as if like the sun like is kind of on the horizon, but it never actually goes up or down. It's just kind of on the horizon. So
Gotcha.
you do get some sort of light throughout the day, just not a lot, very minimum. So you guys are all sitting around in the coffee shop. I don't know. I assume like there's still probably be people in the coffee shop at this time of hour. Probably, maybe. Did you close down early?
Yeah, I would definitely. There's definitely. No, I wouldn't close down early. I need that money.
Always.
But I would definitely have a back room for everybody to gather.
Okay.
And then I would set up like some kind of like self-serve, like pre-made, like coffee, very like just very very basic. Like here's some black coffee. Again, I don't really understand how coffee works personally, but Orlan would, and he would set it up where it's the most basic forms of coffee and like all like the sugar and cream that people would need for while we're planning.
Okay. I don't know how coffee works, but it's working.
It's magic.
Does the
There's
thing.
the roast over there, the grinder pod over here. But anyways.
I just have a Keurig set up for people.
Do it
A
yourself.
coffee shop with a
Do it
Keurig.
yourself.
That's terrible, dude. You know how many coffee
No, there's no
enthusiasts
Keurig. God, what do I look like?
are just like so pissed off right now about what you just said?
No, there's no Keurig. Orlan's not a. It's not a buffoon.
Heathen.
Okay.
He's not a heathen.
Okay. So you guys are all in the back room. It's not as classy and flashy as the front room, but it is more secret and soundproof. Maybe I don't know what Orlan does here in this free time, but
Oh yeah, for sure, it's soundproof.
but yeah, what do you got?
We got some torture going on.
Plan away, or wrap it. I guess we're wrapping up the planning.
Right.
All right, so are we all understood as far as the game plan goes?
What's the plan?
So, the notes here say that Orlan and Nadia are social, which means that the entering and talking among the flashy folk, if you will. We did edit that Brigham and Alex will be running the deception as the servers among the party members, the group, so that we can send signals without detected as easily. And then Jupiter and Nox will be doing stealth, I believe, outside of the building, waiting at the entrance/exit of the secret tunnel.
Nice.
Yep.
Is there anything we'd like to add to this or take away?
We should probably have some sort of signal, just in case things go bad or something. Something that we can all easily recognize for if any of us are in trouble. Anyone, any of us who are in, eyesight, earshot, would be able to recognize and maybe act on.
Right.
Is anybody opposed to an explosion? I feel like that is a very clear signal.
Well, yes, a very clear signal, but might also let other people know that something might be going on.
Yeah, see, I thought that was the point there, right? Was that was us needing to get out, not stay in.
I mean, I guess that's not wrong per se. Does it? You know what? I'm just, that's a fine idea. I'm gonna put it on the board as an idea, but let's maybe come up with some other ideas just in case. In case anybody else has,
I seem to
something.
notice you have a liking. Surround yourself by people who are very trigger happy. For that.
I do, don't I?
Jupiter, to be clear, I am not trigger happy. That was specifically an emergency situation. I am hoping there are no explosions tonight.
Agree. I think it would be very good if there were as minimal explosions as possible.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it is an idea on the board, so
blow up something in case something goes wrong. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I am down for that actually. But is there? Can we not just walk up to you guys? Because if anything goes wrong, I think me and Brigham would be the ones to relay that.
I do happen to agree with that statement, considering the fact that we will be amongst finer folk rather than the more underground types, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's nothing to really say that I can just come up to you and touch your butt.
That is also an option.
I don't know how the other people in the party would see that as servant or like a a worker touching one of the
I
guests'
mean,
butt.
just like a slight graze, just to say, okay, something's going on.
As interesting of an option as that might be, I wouldn't suggest it unless you want a dagger at your throat.
I mean, no, just kidding. No, okay.
Masochist.
Touch
All right,
Orlan's
we've got
butt
two
in case
ideas
something is
up.
wrong.
we've got 2 ideas up here on the board. A third, perhaps. I do agree that the chances of something going wrong are naughty in eyes and is not very likely. So I do agree that if something does go wrong, you all can just walk up to us and say something. It was just in the happenstance of something going wrong, and that was an impossibility. But I feel like we could play it on by ear, and if something goes wrong, you'll probably do something that'll let us know something's wrong.
That, or we could possibly have a phrase in the future if we decide so.
A phrase. Now that's good.
I think we would have to use some terminology that only servants to the nobles may understand as something important.
We know what the servants are gonna be serving. Are they gonna be serving drinks or something?
I would imagine drinks.
Servants doing the servant stuff, guys.
He said,
okay.
no questioning my French and English.
Look, I understand that y'all want a special phrase that is going to make things better when things go bad. Here's the problem. If something is going badly, you will probably not be able to deliver a phrase to anyone, because what will be happening is that, say, I, Brigham, or Alex, as servants, are caught. Now, I'm not going to be able to go walk up to y'all as a servant and say, oh, excuse me, sir, Piccadilly Donut, and have it go well. They're not going to let me do that. And if you are caught, you are not going to be able to yell cherry pie in the middle of your dinner and have us go,
why would
that
we
makes
have
sense.
2 different phrases? Why would I say cherry pie?
The point is not the phrase here, Orlan. I think you're mistaken. My point is that the secret, if something is going wrong, it's probably going to involve somebody running around on fire, something like that. Look, or being enslaved.
Jeez.
Or whatever. This is not a situation where what's going to happen is going to be, something's going wrong with the servants, so let one of them walk up to you and say cherry pie. That's all I'm saying. I think the fact that a servant is walking up to you, we can figure out there's a problem already.
You know what? Fair enough. But let us all remember, in the case that something does happen and you do have the ability to say something to someone else to tip them off without tipping off the people around them, I really did like Piccadilly Donut. So let's go with that.
All right.
So one more idea. Sorry about that. If something does go wrong, and we need to cause a commotion less than a blow up, maybe either Brigham or I could spill a drink on someone or something of sorts like that.
Cause for distraction. That might do well. Although I don't know how our hostess would feel knowing that her supposed servants might have caused a disaster in front of her guests. But it is a possibility.
But then wouldn't the head butler get a slap on the wrist for that?
That is
not from what I've heard. She's pretty ruthless, as we've heard from our good Brucey.
Brucey?
Yes, Brucey. Do you not like the name I've picked out for him? Should I just remain with Bruce?
No, I like Brucey. I just wanted to be sure that we were talking about the same person.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, I like Brucey.
Brucey Mathmathmath.
Brucey
All right.
Mathmathmath.
And with that, we'll actually go over to you guys arriving at the the ball.
Excellent.
So
Oh, sorry. One more question. So about the items, so we get how many items?
you don't have to pick your loadout now, right? So,
Yeah.
but everybody is
Okay,
going to
it
be
was-
in a
okay.
light loadout, so that's 3 slots. Anything that's in bold is counted as 2. Anything in italics is counted as 1, and all the other standard text is just or anything in italics is free, and
Yeah.
anything in standard text is 1. So,
Okay.
Don't
Right.
forget, we also get 2 free loads because of our crew type.
yeah, so you can
Thief's
actually
rigging.
Thrief's rigging. So it's like climbing tools and stuff like that, I believe.
Yeah, it
and
is specifically
Well,
tools and gear. So like you can't use that free load for like a rifle, for example.
right,
Yeah.
and
Gotcha.
you
Okay.
guys don't all get the 2. I think it's like as a crew you get 2, right? So that like one of you guys or 2 or one person can use 2 of them, or 2 different people can use 2 of them. So
Mhm.
it's like something like you guys are carrying on. Like one of you guys or 2 of you guys are carrying it on you guys. All right.
Okay, got it.
So we're going to move to the front of the party. Now, the carriage driver brings you to the front of the manor. The entire grounds are lit up in an ornate display of wealth. Mock daylight parties are the ultimate flaunt of power and riches. One knows that the amount of Leviathan blood to fuel one of these parties could fuel the entire city for a few hours. It almost looks like real daylight. But the sounds of thunder in the distance underlies the beautiful violin music that gracefully floats from the interior of the manor. The lightning that flashes electrifies the hairs on your arm and necks, mingled with the excitement of the evening's entertainment. Now, who wants to do their scenes first? So far we have the social people and we have the servants, the deception people.
I
Who's
feel like
going
maybe the
first?
servants first, because they would be in before we are. So I feel like maybe them first.
Okay.
If that makes sense to everyone
So
else.
I would say, since you guys all took the carriages at the same time, like, I mean, unless you took different carriages and then the group left at different times, that depends. How do you guys want to do it?
I think taking different characters might, just to limit as much possibility of it,
Okay.
us all being tied together. Don't want to pop out of the same carriage and then
Sure.
someone who's going to the party notices that.
Alright. All right.
Yeah.
Well, and
So
presumably we just show up earlier anyways to meet up with Sebastian.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
So that,
So
like,
maybe you guys should go first, since the
here's
servants
what
might need a bit.
happens. Here's what happens.
Yeah.
Sebastian drops off the servant uniforms the day of the party. If you can say one thing about Sebastian, is that he's a man of his word, theoretically. The servant's entrance is to the side of the building, so you have to leave your carriage early and walk to the manor for this deception to work, right? It can't be like guests riding carriages. Servants are generally, more poor, and they'll probably be walking. So as to not just draw attention to yourselves, the entrance to the evening's event seemed to be filled with carriages, both horse-drawn and mechanical. The entrance to the servants' entrance is an iron gate, inconspicuously away from the entrance over to the side where the grass lawn is. You have never seen such a bright display of light before. This is a mock daylight party, and at the least, it annoys your peripheral senses. As you approach the side gate, a rough, burly man with 2 pistols by his side looks at you. This is when I ask you guys for your engagement roll. This is going to kind of set the tone of the entire score for you guys. So, engagement rules are done with a advantage and disadvantage system, and we'll be going into that right away. So I need to know who wants to do who wants to actually roll for the engagement.
I vote Alex.
Well, actually, no, it can't be Alex because Brigham, you're the one who got the invitation, the servant's clothes, right?
Fine.
Right? Right? That makes the most amount of sense. That's how we'll do it in the future. Like whoever contributed to the engagement, will roll it. I mean, Alex, always, you always have your other shots, but this is more like Brigham's thing. So, you get the base fortune roll, which is 1d. It's pretty like I would say this is bold. It's very daring. So that's another d6 on top of that. Your friends kind of aided you on this, so that's another d6. But I'll say the mansion, the party guests, everything that's happening, I mean, that's a really complex, and this isn't your run-of-the-mill score. So I'm gonna have to subtract the d6 from that as well. So I'm sitting at 2d6. Any one of you can give me a reason why they should get more.
I mean, I'd say we're hitting them where they're weakest. We found a treacherous servant willing to supply us with uniforms, and is awaiting our signal.
Not to mention, I have an ally in there who is willing to lie for me and get me by through years of working with them.
We'll go with that's your engagement roll. We'll save that for
that'll be
yours.
Oh, wait, it's my engagement roll?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Your benefit would probably, for Nadia, would probably be for like Nadia's engagement roll.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm hearing 3d6 then?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
That makes sense.
Go ahead, Brigham. Let's see this engagement roll. So far, you'll start off at like a controlled area, but we'll see how it goes. Roll that 3d6. Is that a 6?
That is a 6. There we go.
Oh my gosh, if you didn't get that last d6,
that would have been so bad.
you would have been
So bad.
fucked. Everything would have been fucked. Alright, wow, that's a success. It's a resounding success. So, as you approach the side gate, a rough, burly man with 2 pistols by his head nods as you enter. He says, "Get inside, hurry. They're almost done preparing the feast. They're cutting it close, you two." So you enter through the iron gates. Your clothes are immaculate. You're dressed proportionately. And you see the entry point into the manor. A kitchen door on the side of this enormous estate. You can clearly make out groups of 2 Imperial guards patrolling the grounds outside the manor. About maybe 3 groups that seem to be circling around. But as you enter inside the kitchen, the smells of decadent cooking, aromatic spices, and sweet succulent meat fill the air. The chaotic shouts of cooks and chefs and servers, all racing to display the incredible feast, assault your ears. Now, I have something prepared for you all. I have a map. And this map is from outside. You guys know that the manor is about 4 stories high, so there's 4 floors here, and this gives you ability to know kind of where you guys are, what's happening, and what you guys are doing. So for Brigham and Alex, you'll also see on your character sheets that I have opened up a token place. It says your alias instead of your name, so you'll see Jaw and you'll see 0. You can drag your tokens out onto the map to indicate where you are in the estate. So, as soon as you enter through the side door on this kitchen here, you notice that there is a man peeling potatoes back. You can put your tokens down whenever.
So yeah, we're in the kitchen, right? Did that
you're
work?
in the kitchen.
All right.
Sorry, I'm really trying here. Hold on.
It's cool.
There we
Oh,
go.
look
Got
at that. So, what's the now we can, before we get into what you guys do here, we can go to the social people, or do you want to do something real quick? Do you want to do like a scene real quick before we get into the social people, or how do you want to do it? Do you have any objectives right at the start when you get inside?
Sorry, go ahead.
I will just start helping around, I guess.
All right. As you start helping
yeah.
around, what does Brigham do?
So I don't want to necessarily have to go through a flashback for this, but I think something that would be really smart for us to do here, if Nox is good with it or not, we'll figure out. I don't think either of us are very well suited for this, but maybe make somebody in charge of like hanging around the woman whose stuff we want to steal for drink orders, while the other one is in the kitchen preparing drinks, because that gives us a direct, like, this person wants a drink, here's an opportunity to slip something in there if we have to.
Okay. Brigham, you think back to that when you and Alex talked about that. But the chef in the kitchen, he turns around and he faces both of you and says, "What are you doing? The diners, they're so hungry. You got to go inside and you got to serve them." And he gives you both 2 giant plates of meat, like turkey and chicken. And he kind of pushes you through the door. You guys look at the dining hall as he does. Now, do you guys say anything or do anything while you're in here?
Go ahead.
I'm all for just being servants right now.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
All right. So you guys are
just walked
starting to, you guys are just starting to put the plates down, and you see an extravagant feast in front of your eyes. And for now, you guys are just trying to blend in as servants. I would probably say, like, you know, at this point, who's the Ninja Turtle? So, as you guys walk in here, can I have both of you roll a fortune roll real quick, just to see how they accept you guys?
Is there a reason the engagement role isn't covering that?
No, this is for something else. This is there's no really risk to this. It's just I want to know if you guys have.
Oh crap! Did I do that right?
Well, no, just roll a d6.
Oh, okay.
Because on a 6, you'll hear some information. But if you don't, well, depending on what you roll, you might hear some information that might help you guys out.
Where do you find fortune?
I certainly did not.
No.
Okay, I'm just going to roll d6. Sorry, my bad. Boop. I didn't either.
Okay. All right. And with that, we'll roll back over to our friends at the social. So, you guys are exiting your. So you guys exited the carriage and you walk up and you see this. You hear the sounds of the guests wrapped in small conversations around you. The smell of many different perfumes tickles your nostrils. A mouth-watering spread of delicious aromas causes your stomachs to rumble in pleasure and anticipation. In front of you, as you guys enter into this hall of this grand estate, Nadia and Orlan, you see Lady of Rathi herself greeting guests as they enter. Next to her is Sebastian, her old manservant, a man who's seen many years but seems to say very little. To her right is a tall, handsome man in his late 20s, a gentleman who's been climbing the ranks of the inspectors rapidly, the youngest to ever become an inspector. You know him to be Sir Benoit Draguet. and to her left, a hellhound, an exotic pet from the far lands of Takiros. You, Lady Alestra Edrathi, when she sees both of you, and now you guys can also add your tokens to the front, right over here. She sees both of you and says, "Welcome! Ah, an Aruvian couple. Both of you look so absolutely exquisite. I can see that you have a sense of fashion that rivals the nobles here in Doskvol. Stunning, to say the least." And she continues on. "Thank you for coming. I would hope to get to know you both better, both during the party tonight. Drinks and dances are in the ballroom. Maybe we should show these pale folks how to dance with passion tonight, eh?" And she looks to both of you guys.
I do a very respectful, like, kind of bow towards her as she what's the word I'm looking for? Jeez, talks to us, I guess. I don't know what word I was looking for.
Okay.
Thanks for putting my thing on
No
there,
problem.
by the way.
At this point, I need an engagement roll from Nadia.
How many am I rolling?
I think the base here for me as well is probably be the same as them, which is 2d6. But you
Two.
did mention contact inside, so that'll
Yeah.
bump it up to 3d6.
Okay, and then we said that this was risk or something, right?
It's controlled. No, well, it's just a regular like 3d6. There's no like.
Oh,
bonus.
fortune.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Double sixes. She smiles
yeah,
at
baby.
you gracefully.
Ooh, there we go.
And you can tell like she's already taken a liking to both of you as you guys are from the same place. And there's a lot of more paler people in this audience here, definitely. So she feels like a more connection to you guys. And as you guys are kind of like, but you do also see some of the other people kind of jealous a little bit. But there is the man next to her also comes out and says, "So this is what Alestra looks like." Right here.
Pretty.
And the person next to her looks like this. So he looks to you guys and says, "Hello, I am Inspector Belmadraket. I will be proceeding over the security for this evening. I have a dozen Imperial Guards in a small private farce here tonight to ensure that the guests will have nothing to fear. So please do not mind us. And if you encounter any complaints about me guards, please let me know right away. Enjoy the evening, and please enjoy yourselves." And he kind of gracefully bows. You see another couple kind of make their way to Alestra and the inspector, and they kind of give the same like canned responses as you guys are kind of like pushed over to the side. You know that the ballroom is up here,
Right.
so
Alright.
I'll
Alright.
reveal it for you guys as well.
Excellent.
Now, you guys are all in for now. What do you do about Jupiter, Nox? Like, what are you guys doing? I have no idea.
I don't know. I thought I was supposed to be sneaking in, but I don't know when I'm supposed to do that, and I don't know how I'm supposed to do that.
I have no
Yeah,
idea either.
I think so. I think our plan is once the ball has like started in full, and once Nadia and I have her attention and like can distract her like well enough, we'll signal for either Brigham or Alex to like open a door to sneak you in.
I thought I was supposed to steal the thing in transit after it's been sold.
Well, first we need to know when that's going to be, where it's going, and we need the inside people to let you know that. So that's why we have to kind of wait.
Slightly, yeah.
But I think I remember Alex saying that they found where the entrance was.
Yeah, the other side of the secret tunnel.
Mm-hmm. It was in that old house across the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So I think she'd start out there, or they would start out there, right?
Yeah, I would say either starting out there or if they wanted to do a brief like look around the perimeter, just get a check on like number of guards, that kind of stuff on the outside, which is stuff that we can't do since we're inside.
Right.
That would probably be good. Just getting like a general sense of what security outside looks like, if they feel comfortable doing that.
Yes.
All right. So this only moves along as long as you guys are doing something. This is a very like action or like player driven narrative here. So what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Sorry, do you have something?
No, go right ahead.
So just before you continue, you guys are both groups are currently in a controlled position. Like no one suspects anything. You guys are perfectly seamlessly blended in. So like just to let you guys know.
So the secret tunnel is presumably underground, right? So what if Alex or I accidentally broke some wine bottles, and then you had to send more servants down to the wine cellar to get some more bottles?
That could work. My one worry about that is if you two immediately cause do something that is like, these people are incompetent, and then someone's like, wait, I've never seen you before. That would be my one worry of doing that at the very start.
All right, then I think it's kind of on social party to figure out our next step then.
Okay. All right, Nadia. Then, I think for right now, if we do the work of actually blending in right now, maybe get a lay of the land, try to figure out maybe who some of these people are, and figure out who's going to be at the actual auction. That might give us some more information as to maybe, because I mean it's one of the things that are on auction, right? So someone is probably going to buy it, so we can probably suss out which of these people
who the biggest buyers might be, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And that might give us some more information, like, because when that goes down, then we'll be like, okay, Jupiter, here are the possible people that this is heading toward.
Right, and then they could watch for it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Nadia can definitely do that. Talking is her strongest suit, so.
All right, sounds good. Orlan's just going to follow your lead.
All right, so we're starting out in the ballroom. So I guess we could definitely, I'm sure there are some certain dances that require switching of partners. So that might be our best bet to try and speak with others.
Yeah.
Sounds
so you guys just start dancing as soon as you enter the ballroom. There are some people who are already enjoying the festivities here, and you see like a crowded dance floor already. Not too crowded, but definitely could hold more, but enough. So you begin to switch partners during the dance. and it's very elegant. Both of you are great dancers. Like, with the controlled role, yeah, sure. The great engagement role.
Oh yeah, of course. Orlan's an amazing dancer.
Very
Nadia's
flashy,
had
very
classes.
elegant. $10 million smiles on both of you.
Always.
So I guess Nadia can start by asking certain questions, such as, so who was your invite from? Who are you accompanied with? Just questions like those.
Okay. What would you like to roll? Like, you have to tell me what you want to roll.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at that right now. Yes, let's do sway.
Okay.
Because that uses charm, and she is obviously in a charming state at the moment.
All right. Now, Orlan, you can assist Nadia if you would like, with the cost of like a stress, 1 stress point.
I'm thinking about. I'm trying to figure out how Orlan would assist. Oh, okay. I can assist. I'm going to assist, and I'm going to use my foresight, so I don't have to pay stress.
Oh.
2 times per score, I can assist a teammate without paying stress, and I'll tell you all how I prepared for this. And so my assist is going to be consort. And I prepared for this by the way we already know. I have a list of people who are coming.
Ooh.
Right.
So would use that. I've already given her names. Both of us have probably already memorized the list of people who are going to be here, so we can specifically target the people that we know that are going to have the most information for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I have to roll consort to see.
No,
if that'll
I don't
work.
think
you
don't have to roll it. Nadia just gets a bonus die to her roll. So Nadia, you get a plus D6.
All right, and then what's the effect?
It's the position is controlled. The effect is, I'd say, standard. It's a pretty good chance that
Excellent.
you'll get what you want.
And 1 bonus die. Go.
Oh
No.
no.
Oh, I hate this. Oh no, honey.
Oh no.
This is where you love that controlled position, though. Trust me.
Yeah. This is very controlled. So I'll give you a devil's bargain here after the roll has been made. I'm going to increase if you'll succeed, right? But the devil's bargain part is your position will now be risky. And the thought process behind this is that you get your information, but being a little bit too aggressive, and it's like a faux pas in the social setting, and people begin to start to talk about like, oh, that Aruvian noble, like she's so condescending, or like she's like she asks the wrong questions, and some of the Doskvol nobles here are going to be suspicious of you now.
If I may.
Sure.
What information are we trying to get? Because if it's just to see who's more likely to buy it, I mean, we'll have our question answered later anyway.
So I was not asking those, actually. I was asking who they were invited from, like who they were accompanied with,
right?
Stuff like that. So simple conversation at best.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like taking the devil's bargain would make this worse, considering it's just simple conversation and not an actual act of trying to get important information. So I think I'm just going to accept the roles and keep our environment controlled.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So the consequence here for this role is that a lot of the people are feeling like a little bit too like annoyed by your questions, Nadia. They came here and you're not right. Like the small talk that you're offering them is not really that great. And so what I'm going to do now is like any attempt to get more information would be limited. As one of the passerbyers is like, do you mind if we switch partners? And like they kind of dance away from you, and little do you know, you and Orlan kind of have to mix up again and kind of become each other's partners.
Right. Okay.
You get anything good?
Now, of course, these stupid people can't take simple small talk. They want gossip, which I'm not in the business of at the moment, unfortunately.
I have an idea if you're willing to hear me out on it.
Anything's better than what I have, it seems. Please do tell.
Well, I was noticing we were already getting a few looks on our way in. And we already know that Madame Estrella already has her eye on us. How about we give them a bit of a show, get people talking about us, and maybe then people will have be a bit more likely to want to entertain conversation.
I do see that working out in our favor. Of course, what do you have in mind for the show, if I may ask?
How good are you at dancing?
Depends on my partner, I suppose.
Well, I'd say you have the best possible partner in this ballroom.
Then let's give them a show.
All right, then. So can we do, I guess, a group action finesse today? Like, in a way that is, like, going to, like, make it so, like, everybody, like, stops and, like, looks at us at, like, how good we're dancing?
Okay, yeah, sure. Definitely.
Okay.
So for this, you're going to roll finesse for this?
Yeah, sure.
I love
That's the best.
I
That's the
guess.
best possible thing that I can think of that'll give. Okay, hold on. Can I? Okay. Could I possibly convince you of consort?
I was going to say consort because this is definitely using our background advantage of our dancing skills. So
Yeah.
I feel like finesse would be more if we're trying to finagle someone to look away while we grab something. But consort is definitely us using both of our backgrounds combined, which is very well known at this point.
Okay, all right. That's a good position. I mean, I did like the finesse roll, right? Because that's like more. This is more about like kind of like dexterity in a way. Consort is more about like you using your influence. And I don't know how exactly that aligns up with
Well, we had
you
the best
dancing well.
possible dance. We had the best possible dance teachers that anyone could have had.
Yeah,
Our connections
especially-
gave us access to nationally known dance instructors.
And it was
Sure.
our background. I mean, like our hostess said, it is well known among our Ruby for our passionate dances. So
Right.
You could probably say like you're consorting Alestra, for instance, and doing this very fancy Aruvian dance that the both of you know, and kind of like showing off a little bit to what Alestra was saying. So yeah, go ahead and both of you can roll a consort if you would like to, and I believe it's going to be control limited, but I think you guys can push yourselves if you like, but we'll take the highest roll from either of you.
okay.
I'm willing to push myself just so that we can have a better chance of getting some kind of effect from this.
All right.
Right.
So Orlan, you mark off 2 stress points, and you get a bonus die, Orlan.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
Okay. Yeah. So Orlan and Nadia both display this amazing Aruvian dance, but you guys are a little rusty, but you still accomplish what you're trying to do, and like the people are beginning to notice you all, and you guys are beginning to seem a little bit more friendly, more approachable. Again, you do hear some murmurings of people who seem to be jealous. They're like hating. They're like, "What kind of dance is that?" And you might even have some racist people in this group who are like, "Oh, Ruvians, with their terrible dancing and stuff like
Rhythm.
that."
With
So
their
Why won't they
sense of
stop
rhythm.
crumping?
Twerking is so that's really so they seem to like you accomplish what you're looking for, but that also kind of generates some conspicuousness with you guys, so you're now standing out pretty well,
Okay.
and people are now a little bit like you guys are on the map. They know your faces now,
Okay.
including some of the underworld criminals who are attending this ball. They now spot out Orlan and Nadia. They're like,
Excellent.
these two.
Exactly what we wanted.
Perfect.
So now, if you want to go ahead and maybe attempt again, maybe hopefully we've caught the eyes and ears of at least a few people worth talking to.
The success of
tell
what
me.
you guys did, though, brings Alestra into the ballroom, and
Oh,
she
God.
begins to watch you guys do the dance as well. And you can see her eyes light up with fascination and nostalgia. She's smiling.
So while they're
Oh.
still dancing, she'll kind of mumble to Orlan, I think you should ask our hostess if she would like a shot at this. You might be able to persuade her for something. But meanwhile, I can go about my own.
I was thinking the exact same thing. And I guess mid dance, yeah, also if anybody else wants to do anything, please.
Yeah, please. I'll be breathing.
Don't want to fuck up.
Dance till your heart dies.
You guys are like crunking, like, oh shit.
Come on, please.
Sweating, like, fuck.
About when the auction starts might be a good idea, or where it's happening.
Yeah. I'm gonna find a good transition in the dance to move over to her, and then propose or ask if she would like to dance.
Okay. Roll d6 for me real quick, Orlan.
Okie dokie. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
you
about.
Spin in this you do a backflip and then you land right in front of her. Like backflip, and you have like your arms crossed and everybody's like woo, and Alestra looks at you and she says, That is amazing. What was her name again? I didn't quite catch it.
Orlan Dalmore. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
The pleasure is mine.
And I go to kiss her hand.
And the gentleman at that.
Well, I was raised by just the right people.
So, do all of you guys have like southern accents?
I don't know. I changed mine.
I think it's just me and Orlan, and it was just by pure chance. And I kind of like the idea that Brigham is somehow also a Ruvian. It's just cracking me up.
Mom was half a Ruvian or something.
Yeah, he's half a Ruvian.
His mom's a Ruvian, you know.
Adopted by Ruvians. Anyways, what do you do, Orlan? You have her rapt attention. She's making eyes at you.
Well, first I'll dance with her, and then I'll find a good opportunity to maybe pull her away from the party.
Sure. Where do you pull her off? Like into like the side of the party, like the ballroom, into like the dinner
No,
feast
not
area, or okay,
not
just to
just
like
like not like the middle of the ballroom.
okay.
Like dance with her, like make it seem like a normal, like, oh, we're dancing, getting to know you, and then I'm gonna pull her to the side
Okay.
to kind of like get her attention,
Sure.
and then maybe using that time to like to cue Nadia that, you know, she's been the eagle's looking at the prey.
You guys do like a head nod at each other.
The
head
eagle has
nod.
landed. Yeah.
It's like that slick head nod, and then Nadia's like head nod. And you guys on
Yeah,
the
like
same
mid
page.
like turn. Yeah, like mid turn, like we catch eyes and I nod to her.
All right.
Yep.
She's like a little out of breath, Alestra. She's like, you have some very amazing moves, Orlan. I
Well,
must
thank you.
admit.
You're not too bad yourself. In fact, quite refreshing.
A charmer.
All right. Nadia, go tell someone to do something.
Well, I think the whole point here was to ask her questions, right? Or
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I can ask her questions, but my primary, well, okay, yeah, I guess I could, let's see, what should I ask her?
Maybe where the auction is. When is it?
where's
I feel, well,
where the auction at,
like-
girl? Where's
hey,
that secret
girl, where the
auction?
auction at?
You know what I'm talking about.
Let's see.
Are the servers going into the ballroom too?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You
with
guys
drinks?
would like
Yeah.
go into the ballroom, out of the ballroom. Like
Yeah.
you guys are all over the kitchen. Not really
Yeah.
leaving this central area though. The ballroom, the diner, the kitchens.
Okay.
The
I
servants.
actually have a quick question.
Sure.
I thought I had Sebastian draw me a map of this whole place last time.
Yeah. You have a map. Oh, you have
I
like
have a map.
you have like a rough like sketch of a map, right? Like he's not going to
Okay.
be able to detail like, but he
I-
did show you that there is a servant's staircase over here, like where you guys can deliver food to the second level, and the second level also has like dining arrangements there. He also showed you that there's a basement, but the basement's kind of off into this room over here. The
I would
stairs.
be
Okay.
willing to use one of my loads for blueprints, so that we would have more than just a rough sketch of the layout of this place.
Yeah. So with Orlan's connections, he was actually able to buy some blueprints for the estate from the architect. And you guys, I think, already had blueprints, but you brought it with you, right?
Yeah,
And
so
so
I'll
I
just
mean,
use
it's
it as
on
one of my
Orlan
load.
though. Like Orlan has.
Oh, okay. So you have to. Okay.
One more question. Didn't Bruce Mathmathmath tell us where the exit or like where in the house the secret tunnel was?
Well, he said like in the basement, and he gave you like directions on like where it
Okay,
would
cool.
like where the secret entrance is.
Mhm.
But he didn't like necessarily lay out exactly how to get to the basement.
Okay, gotta find. Okay, cool. Thank you.
But Brigham, you all know that there is Brigham, you have information that the servants have like this staircase that goes to the servants' room on the second floor, down to the first room where there's like storage, and then to the basement. So there's like one staircase that goes to all three.
Okay, great. It sounds like a good time to do a flashback
Sure.
to planning with Sebastian to have him tell me to go get wine. This way we don't have to smash a whole case, so I can go straight to the basement.
Okay. And would you like to roll something for this, or?
I mean, I was just thinking of flashback in terms of like that is a conversation we had, right? Because I've already paid him, and he already agreed that he would help at a signal. So like,
you did pay him. You did pay him a good amount of coin.
So I don't know what I would be rolling exactly.
No,
but
you won't
if,
be rolling
If you
anything.
have something, I'm cool with it. Cool.
So, as one of the chefs is kind of like he's looking at Brigham and Alex, kind of just standing there, like all like like kind of just on standby, not knowing exactly what to do. Maybe like occasionally like fixing some plates or putting some utensils down. And when the chef kind of walks up to you, Brigham, and he's like looking at you, you can tell like he's about to and like kind of ask, like kind of look at you suspicious here. Then Sebastian steps in. He says, ah. And then he points to you and says, Marky. And he like waves you
Yes,
over.
sir.
Come here, Marky.
Yes, sir.
The lady requires a special bottle of wine in the basement. Could you go and grab it for me? And bring it
Yes, sir. What's
back up
that
here?
bottle?
Ah, a vintage year 213. A Ruvian spice wine.
213 Aruvian Spice Wine. You got it.
Yes, it's 800 years old.
Well, that is quite old. All right. Let me get right to that for you, sir.
Yes, and then he kind of looks at you like, you know where the basement, where the wine cellar is, right?
Could you show me, sir, just in case?
Yes, do those.
It's my first day, you know.
And the chef is just like, just kind of walks back into the kitchen, like knowing that Sebastian's got it, and Sebastian will guide you to this entrance here, and he'll point to this room over here, and I'll reveal it.
Yeah, I'll go right through.
All right. So you make your way over to the to this servant's room where they hold like all this other supplies and stuff. There's like racks and racks of like linens and uniforms and all the like toiletries and things. It seems like it almost was like a barracks back in the day, but yeah, Brigham, what do you do?
Is there an Aruvian 2013 or 213?
Not in this room. He's probably talking about the wine cellar in the basement.
Okay, yeah, I'll go to the wine cellar.
All right, you make your way down to the wine cellar. You see racks and racks of wine. It'll probably take you quite some time to find this. If you're actually looking for the 213 Aruvian spice wine, it'll take you a moment to find it. But
that's okay. I don't need to find the exact bottle,
okay.
but I did want to grab the most expensive bottle I could find while I'm there. Just on my way to do other things, and start drinking it.
Oh, that's a fortune roll, unless you want to make your own roll to try to find the most
Oh no,
expensive.
I don't think he's not spending enough time doing that. I'm
right.
good with fortune.
Yeah. Okay. It's not the best wine you've had, but it's a damn good one. And if you're sipping on it, you could probably tell, like, within, 30 minutes, you'll probably be... If you finish the bottle, you'll be drunk. Like, hands down.
Oh no, I'm just sipping it as I go.
Okay. Yeah, and what are you doing in the basement?
I'm looking for the secret door to let everybody in.
Okay. In the basement, you find the secret tunnel, and you open the door, and you see burly dock workers start to. You can see like they're waiting there by the door entrance, but the door itself seemed to have been like chained. Oh, well, actually, the door is chained and locked up, so you can't open it unless you have a key.
I have something better than a key.
Awesome.
That's called fine wrecking tools.
Oh shit.
Or would lockpicks be more fine tinkering tools? Which would you say?
I mean, lockpicks would definitely be tinkering, but like a hammer or like a sledgehammer would definitely be like.
No, I'll go with the fine tinkering tools.
Okay.
Instead then. And I'll just pick those locks.
All right.
That's all right with you.
That's fantastic.
certainly sounds like a tinker to me, since I'm using my
course.
fine tinkering tools. Positioned, I'm assuming still controlled?
Yeah. No one's in this wine cellar at the moment, or in the basement at the moment.
And what's my effect here?
You'll be standard.
Okay.
It's pretty much like you do it or you don't, right?
Most dice 0.
Whew! Look at that. In a matter of moments. And then the lock opens and it falls to the ground in like this heavy padlock. And the chains kind of come off of the door. You open it and you see a line of burly dock workers all holding boxes, and you can see they're waiting. As soon as you open the door, they kind of roughly push you aside, and you see like...
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say Brigham like holds up a hand to be like, stop. Puts a finger to his lips to be like, shh.
Just like,
to be like, we don't have it yet, but you're in here.
Not my
Here's a good place for
problem.
you to be waiting.
Whatever.
What do you mean, not your problem?
And he pushes you to the side, and they start unloading these like boxes, these crates that are maybe like 2 by 2 feet, 2 feet tall, 2 feet wide, and you see like an assembly line of workers start to bring all these crates and just stack them in the basement.
So, what you got in there?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm kind of concerned. I am here. We're on the same job.
Don't worry
Could you
about it.
just show a little bit of hospitality here?
Don't worry about it.
I'm clearly concerned, sir.
That's their stance right now, unless you want to do something else.
I'm good with flashing to somewhere else if somebody
Okay.
has something they want to be doing. That
So
seems like a good place to leave it.
yeah, that's a good place. So the rest of you, what do you guys all do? And Jupiter, we'll see, like Jupiter and Nox, like where are you guys? Are you guys like around the area? Like where exactly are you? In terms, are you like just outside, like sitting on the curb, like, or like in the building nearby?
I guess we're somewhere like where their guards aren't there, like out of sight of their job is to protect. Yes.
Well, I
Or
was
we're
thinking,
allowed to be, I guess.
I was thinking if you guys were at the other end of the tunnel, you guys would be in there with the other people's crew.
Oh.
So you could be in the basement with Brigham right now.
I guess
Okay.
I could.
Yeah. So Brigham, as the rough, burly dock workers are making their way with the assembly line, you see Jupiter and Nox, the dog, creep up and enter the basement with you.
Yeah, and Nox 100% has like 3 flower crowns around his neck because Jupiter got bored and made flower crowns, the flowers in the trees. So
Okay. And Nox has a nice little flower crown on his head.
no, around his neck, so it doesn't.
Around
fall.
his neck. Okay.
Through the mind link, I guess Nox will tell me he's there, and I'll tell him, don't be seen, and hopefully they'll try and hide.
You just hear woof, which translates into "I got you." So, Brigham, Jupiter, Nox in the basement. Upstairs, people, what are you doing?
Alex will go into the ballroom with a platter of drinks and just to not be alone in a room, go around and pass out some champagne or wine, whatever they're serving.
Okay.
I'm gonna make conversation with our hostess. Cal's rolling. That's
No.
that's,
I just wanted to see.
That's never good. No, just wanted to see something. Whatever it is. What was I gonna say? I'm going to make. I'm just gonna make conversation with the hostess.
Sure.
Okay. I think I know what to say that'll hint at what I'm trying to get at while also okay, never mind. I'll just say it. Was wondering what or perhaps were you well, I guess I'll just be straightforward. Did you have any plans after the auction tonight?
Okay. She looks at you, says, "Did you not come with your partner?"
Partner is a strong word.
Oh.
Very close friends, surely. With a long history, but
Close friends, I see. So
yes,
are you trying
well,
to say that you would like to see the other parts of the manor later tonight?
I would be interested if the hostess would be gracious enough to let a poor fool like me get a chance to look.
Well, you're going to have to convince me. You are... Do not get me wrong, Orlan. You are very handsome and dashing. But I select my partners, short or long term, on different merits. But I am open to the idea.
Well, if there's anything I'm good at, it's my ability to convince others of what I already know to be true. God, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm about to do.
You're gonna have to bedazzle her pretty much here.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I know, but
Right, you're seducing her in a way.
Yeah.
All right, get out your glitter and your glue gun. You can do it.
I can put that. Yeah. God.
Just have like confetti in your pockets and you throw them in the air.
I'm trying to. I'm looking at my equipment. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I can like kind of reflavor as like a gift of some sort. The only thing is like a fine bottle of whiskey.
You can add what's not there. If you want to say a loadout is a gift that you bought for Alestra, you have a flashback ability.
Okay, yeah. Can I flashback? To me, getting. Oh, okay. This is actually perfect because we have that one coin that I technically got.
Right.
From the thing. If we can flashback to me using that coin to buy like a fancy piece of jewelry or something, like a gift of some sort that I believed would wow our hostess.
Oh, maybe it could be like an Eruvian jewelry.
Oh yes, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to use like one of your coins that you had in the past that you got additionally, right?
Yeah.
So
I really like that.
I won't cost you any stress since you're using that coin. So sure. We'll say that you have this nice jewel, a Ruvian jewel. Jewelry.
Awesome. During like during the dance, like during like one of the spins where like she is like back to my front, and like holding like one hand on her hand, the other one at her waist. I'm going to slip out this like beautiful Eruvian necklace and start to put it around her neck.
Okay.
As like a not in like a haha choked. But,
no, I get it. There's probably like a few amount of like rules that you can make here if you like.
Yeah. Can I guess finesse would be the one that makes the most sense. Since I'm trying to do it in a very like smooth manner.
I would say like in this case, consort, finesse, sway, they all work the same. And you're trying to this is all for that ultimately for one thing.
Okay. Yeah,
For seducing.
I'll use consort as in like the person like who was able, like my ability to find the person who was able to get like this Eruvian jewel, and then like my knowledge of like Eruvian jewelry and such.
And I'll say the coin that you use for this jewel will also grant you a bonus D6 as well.
Oh, perfect.
The position here is risky because you know this woman is not your stature. Like she's not your status. She's above you.
Oh yeah,
Orlan.
no. Yeah, for sure.
And you can tell like she just radiates confidence and power. But the effect here is great. Because she likes you.
Let's not fuck this one up.
Can I assist Orlan? Like while he's trying to put the necklace around her neck, I see they're like standing there, and I'll go up and give Alestra, or hold out the platter to give Alestra a drink.
Oh boy! All right, yes you can. It does cost you a stress, Alex, so mark that down in your character sheet. But Orlan, you get another D6.
Okay, nice. That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about, yo.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, okay, good. This is a considerable thing. What you guys are trying to do is you're seducing the woman you're stealing from.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. So, so I'm gonna add another heat to your overall crew, but she is enamored. As Alex comes away, as Alex offers her the drink, she like kind of elegantly accepts, kind of looking at Alex like, huh, like I don't remember hiring him. But then she's also very wrapped up in the proceedings that's going on, and as she spins around, the jewel flashes on her neck, and for a second she can see like you smiling, Orlan, and she's just like, what is he smiling at? And then she looks down, and then she sees the necklace, and she's like, wow, Orlan, you are very charming.
Well, it wouldn't be gentlemanly of me to come to a hostess's party without a gift, now would it?
And this is Eruvian made. Oh, beautiful.
Only the best.
I might have some time after the party.
Figured you might say that.
I do have some business soon that I must attend to.
Of course.
And she kind of lingers. But I'd hate for you to leave my side and possibly mix up with somebody else.
Well, I've got nothing to do with this party, if you would, and if that business isn't so confidential that you couldn't allow me to go with you.
And she kind of like squints in thought. You make a hard bargain.
It's just after so much time in this country, it's a rare sight to be able to see one as bright and shining as the sun as you.
She has this big grin on her face and says, very well. I must freshen up, but meet me outside the ballroom inn. Meet me at the entrance hall in 5 minutes.
I'll be there in 4.
And she kind of slaps you on the shoulder and she walks away.
I look to Nadia and Alex and I give a thumbs up.
Dope. Very dope. Alright. Nadia, what do you do?
So Nadia is looking for probably those who came single. To roughly along the same lines, except maybe not as far. But she's definitely looking to grab out singles and see how their night is faring in terms of their dances and their partners.
Okay. Yeah. And everybody seems to have be having a great time. You know, you see Alex and Orlan doing their little thing, and then Alestra leaves, and Orlan leaves not too long after. Alex is kind of like trying to mingle in with like giving out drinks and stuff. Nadia, the partygoers seem to be having fun. You actually notice some other people here. You also notice one of the girls that Baz usually hangs out with, and she's also kind
good.
of staring at you too, noticing that you're here. And she comes up
Oh,
to you and
good.
says, Nadia, is that you?
Oh,
Hey,
it's so delightful to see you. How are you?
what are you doing here?
Well, I heard that there was an auction and I had a buyer who was they were dying to get their hands on some of these items.
Oh.
What about you? Isn't Bazzy around?
Baz is... And then she stops and says, I can't tell anybody.
Oh, don't worry, dear. I'm not going to press you. You know I've dealt with
No.
before.
He said I can't tell anybody. I'm sorry. It's a secret.
Oh.
It's a secret.
Oh,
Such a
that little
big secret.
Scallion. Of course it is. Well, come now. Wouldn't you like a drink? It's going to be a long night.
I'm already pretty gone.
Oh,
Been
are
drinking
you
all
now?
night. Yeah.
Oh, shame on you. Well, come. One more drink wouldn't hurt, now would it?
I guess not.
So,
Waiter boy! And she snaps her finger at Alex.
I will walk up.
A drink for me and her. Make it expensive, not the piss that you gave me last time.
and
Okay.
she'll put her hand on Alex's shoulder and say, now, I know our hostess has some lovely flavors of the Eruvian taste. So, would you mind adding this to it? It is our favorite flavoring to add to any lovely drink. And she'll hand him trance powder, and trying to disguise it with a finesse roll.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeet. Because she has that in her pocket right now.
Okay.
All right. I don't know why I did this because I have nothing in finesse, but low key, she's already trashed. So
I mean, I will assist, maybe knowing what you have.
So that's another stress to you, dude.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so what? I'm guessing the position's risky.
I would say your covers haven't been blown yet. I would say controlled. The effect would be standard.
Standard. Okay.
Like,
and then
not
bonus
many.
die.
Like, you're only. Like, the only person who would catch you is this drunk girl, who isn't really bright to begin with. So.
Obviously.
Right.
And then the bonus die from the assist.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you pass it over, and there's no really risk here. There's no like failure here. So you pass it over, and Alex, you have the trance powder. A little bit like kind of like slipped onto the floor. There's just a little bit of like trance powder on the floor there. But nothing seems to be happening from that right away. What do you guys do?
I will walk back and go and ask the chef if they have some expensive wine, Eruvian wine.
What I know? Go to the basement. Yeah, over there, the basement, wine cellar.
To the basement.
Yeah,
Already.
go.
Okay. I will go to the basement and I'll pass Orlan.
Yeah. So Brigham, Jupiter, Knox, you guys are in the basement and you hear footsteps boom, 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 coming down. Everybody in the basement just freezes. Like even the dock workers with the crates that are unloading, they just all freeze as they hear footsteps. You see some of the dock workers start to take out pistols and like bats and cudgels, and they start aiming it at the staircase.
Y'all startle too easy.
I'll put my hands up and be all like, I just came down for wine.
My
start
disgruntled
growling.
dock worker is incapable of communicating in more than a grunt. This is Alex. Alex, these are disgruntled dock workers incapable of communicating in more than a grunt.
Hello, disgruntled dock workers that is not capable of communicating with a grunt. What?
Smart guy. Smart words. And they continue to put down these crates.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to look for the wine that Sebastian mentioned, the Aruvian wine 213.
Sure.
So I guess it would be a survey.
Yeah. You could probably roll that, yeah.
Okay. And I'm guessing it's controlled.
Controlled standard.
Cool. Standard. Go. Oh no, bonus die. There we go. Dang it.
That's a failure. Oh shit! This is the first failure of the day. So, well, second, I guess. So here's
I'm stressed.
here's what happens, Alex. Is that as you're looking for the wine, you think you find one, you pull on it, you feel like it's kind of like stuck, it won't come out of the rack, and you pull on it hard, and then all of a sudden you hear air. All the one of the racks shatters onto the ground. All the wine bottles break. In the basement, there's like a small torrent of wine, as it pretty much wets all of your shoes. Some of the dock workers kind of look at you in anger.
Oh,
And
my
then-
Piccadilly donut.
Then you hear boom, 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 somebody coming down the steps.
Oh, my Piccadilly donut. Oh, my Piccadilly donut.
You hear somebody kind of call out, "Hello? I believe I heard something crashing in this basement. Is everything okay down there?" And it's all of you notice this is Inspector Benoit Turquette's voice coming from above the staircase. What do you guys all do? He's coming down the steps. The dock workers again have their pistols out. Brigham, Jupiter, Alex.
Let's see. Let's see.
I mean, Brigham and Alex are still dressed up as servants. They can just say they messed up. This is their first day and beg the men to not tell the boss, and maybe he'll let them go.
There's also the thing with the dock workers unloading crates into the basement, too. That's probably the
I mean,
biggest
they can
red
keep him from
flag.
coming downstairs, right?
Possibly.
I'm
You can
saying
be
there's
like,
also
"Don't go there. You don't deserve that." I don't know.
What do you do?
Can I throw a vial of standstill at him from my bandolier?
Oh shit. Yes, you can. Why can't you?
Real quick.
You don't have to
I don't know
ask.
why I couldn't.
Yeah, you
Alright,
really
no.
don't have to ask.
I think it's actually not throwing. I think it's kind of like rushing up the stairs and smashing it into him.
In his face, just like like a vial just breaking in his face. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, getting rid of him is good.
So that's the drawback here, in case I mess up. It's volatile and causes the level 1 harm sickened. But the good news is that what I'm actually trying to use it here for is to cause temporary paralysis. So first things first, I guess I'll mark off that I have a bandolier.
Sure. Oh my god.
This could be either skirmish or kind of wreck. Like, the way I described it isn't like I'm being a duelist. It's like I am smashing a thing. But I'll let you decide if my argument for wreck here stands.
Sure. Go ahead and do whatever role you'd like, and I will judge accordingly.
I'll push myself for an extra something here on wreck. What's my position and effect?
So, based on that failure there, from Alex, and it's fine, Alex. This is all part of the story, right? This is all part of the
Yeah,
narrative.
yeah.
It's fun.
The failures are where it gets fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to go wrong at some
Based
point.
on that, it's a risky because he's already alerted.
Okay.
Right? It's not like he's coming down for a leisurely walk. He's like coming down to investigate like a huge sound.
Yeah.
And then so that's the position. The effect, I
Mhm.
mean, standard. Yeah, like it'll happen. You'll get paralyzed or not.
All right, now I'll give myself that one bonus die from pushing myself.
Oh, fuck!
Get fucked!
As he's walking down the steps.
Oh, shit.
Boom. Hello? What's going down there? And you, Brigham just rushes up the steps in a servant, and he's like, "Oh, hello!" And it smashes the vial in his face, and then you just hear, "Oh, mon wit,"
Sweet
and then
dreams,
just
Inspector.
boom, 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 as his unconscious, paralyzed form just tumbles down the stairs.
I just kind of want to like toss his body towards Alex, Nox, and Jupiter. And be like, someone want to tie this fool up?
Do we have rope? I don't have rope.
You could just say you
can
have
always
rope.
ask the dock workers.
Okay, cool.
But you have to
yeah.
mark it off as your, or thief rigging or something like that. Like thief rigging would probably also include rope.
Why can't we just kill him? Like he already can't do anything.
Impossible.
I suppose we could go with murder, but weren't y'all calling me the trigger happy one?
I'm sorry. If he ever gets back the feeling or anything, like we're dead.
Yeah, that's why we tie him up.
That's true.
Yeah, but like that's not
gag him.
permanent enough.
We could also take him somewhere.
He's dead.
I mean,
There's
there's
no
a
question.
secret exit right here. When we're all done with this, we take him home. We ask him some questions. And maybe ransom him. I don't know the whole plan yet. But this seems like a valuable person to have in captivity.
I feel like it's a valuable person to have dead.
Wow,
Dead don't
Jupiter.
bother you.
What they're saying is not true. It's not false, right? It's very true. He's an inspector, and he's like presumably a great one.
If he's a great inspector, I'd like him better if he was dead.
What they're saying is true. That's up to you guys, though. Do you? So how do
You
we
know what?
wrap this up?
For me, I think it's look. You two do what you guys want to do. I'm just gonna go tell our upstairs companions Piccadilly Donut.
All right. So Brigham, you walk upstairs to go tell whoever's upstairs Piccadilly Donut. Now,
no.
Jupiter, Alex, Nox, you have this paralyzed man here. I'm going to say, like, in real life time, he's going to be unparalyzed soon, like in a minute or two. You guys have to decide what to do with him quickly.
Please let's just killing him.
Before Brigham leaves, or did Brigham leave yet, or?
Brigham left.
Okay, before Brigham leaves, I'm going to give him the bottle of wine I tried to get, and
You still have that one wine? And the
He has
whole
it in my
massacre of
hand.
other wines?
Oh right, I forgot Brigham was drinking wine too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the wine, and I'm gonna give him the trans powder, and like explain like, okay, Nadia wanted this, so go give it to her.
Nadia wanted the wine in the trans powder in the wine already.
Yes, two glasses, one in trans powder and one.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's not gonna go wrong.
Puts it in both. No,
Gosh.
Nadia's like, whoop.
yeah, yeah, no, that's fine. That's good. Yep, I'll do that. On my way to go tell them.
Sure. All right. So,
I guess-
you guys have like 2 minutes, literally.
And we please kill the man who can hurt us. Please.
Well, we can tie him up first, and then
What if he
anything-
unties himself?
Can he do that? Well, I mean, we can tie his legs and arms and stuff like that.
Untie
And then-
himself.
Well, we can strip him of everything.
Have
Because
you
in
not,
a-
he's supposed to like he's supposed to be like super skillful, and he's like super young. He like went up the like ladder of whatever. I don't trust him alive.
Oh gosh, but you know what? Go ahead if you really want to.
Oh God, you guys get
Because
killed.
he would be a good like if we can honestly if we kept him and we in a sense maybe paid him off or something, like he could be a good ally.
Oh.
Ally. He wouldn't be ally with us.
He
1 minute.
could.
1 minute
Oh
left.
gosh.
Who even has rope?
Okay.
His fingers are starting to twitch.
I will tie him up.
Okay, you begin
Do a
to
good
tie him
job
up.
at it, at
Sure.
least.
I'll tie up his wrists and I'll gag him and tie up his legs, and I will tell Nox, keep an eye on him. And if
Nothing to say
anything,
about your dog having flower crowns around his neck.
and if anything, go for the neck.
I think there's a lot more at stake right now than flower crowns.
Not even surprised or anything.
Wait, are you saying you tell Nox to go for the neck to kill him?
If he gets out or anything, like
Wow.
if
Okay.
like it's more of like a safety net, I guess.
Okay.
So
okay.
maybe I can do a setup action if that's a thing.
Well,
Or never mind.
we'll
that was
just say
setup
Nox
tuning,
doesn't
never mind.
really have to roll for that stuff. If the guy's paralyzed or restrained, I mean, you know, Nox is a big dog. He'll probably be able to tear him up. No problem. Possibly.
Yeah. So.
But as the paralyzation starts to wear off and you're tying it, the room starts to become colder. You can start to see your breaths in this chilly air.
Oh no, this is our spirit, dude.
And you begin to hear chains rattling somewhere. And
This
in the
is fun.
corner of the room, you see this spirit begin to come into existence. It looks like an old, like, World War I soldier with like the pointed, like, cone hat, you know, like really prestigious military uniform, and he seems to be holding this specter-like saber, like a dueling saber, and it slowly comes out of his scabbard. You hear?
Oh, I thought I was like, oh, Roderick. No.
Who
Sorry.
dares to tie up my great grandson? He is much better than all of you. And he rushes at you.
Alex?
He rushes at Alex, and unless you guys do anything to resist this ghostly saber, you see Alex's eyes pop out, and Nox start to bark as the saber, as this ghost runs Alex through with this ghostly saber. You don't see any blood, physical blood come out, but you see Alex kind of groan and pain lances through him as it looks like whatever this is would have been a fatal blow. What do you all do? Now, Alex, you can resist this. Jupiter, you can help in some way. Like, what do you guys do?
Gosh, I can't really resist it because it's ghost and I don't have anything in resolve. But I could push myself, I guess, if I really wanted to.
You also have somebody who handles the occult.
Give me a second. I don't know how to
Literally
do
right
that in
next
real
to
life.
So you can't push yourself with a resist, just as a thing, like
Yeah, you
and
get
you wouldn't
automatic
want
success.
to anyway.
Right.
You always resist it. You just roll that many d6, and then like subtract.
Okay.
So when you resist,
But-
you automatically
Wait,
get
is he a
6 stress.
ghost?
He's a ghost.
I use compel on him?
You could. So the whole thing is, I don't make any rolls. I just tell you what happens if you guys don't do anything.
So if If I use compel on him and he has to obey a command, and I tell him to leave us alone forever, is that good?
Depends. What does compel say? Read it for
Compel
us.
say you can attune to the ghost field to force a nearby ghost to appear and obey a command you give it. You are not supernaturally terrified by a ghost you summon or compel, though your allies may be. If he's already here, can I compel him still, or do I absolutely have to make one of my own?
I'll give you the option. Let's play it by ear, right? Like compel is specific, but I mean, I will allow you to also try to vie for power over this ghost. Now, it is gonna be a desperate position if you decide to compel the ghost that's already summoned. If you summon your own, it would be at a reduced. It would be at like a risky or a controlled position. So it's up to you. It's far more riskier to compel somebody else's spirit than to just make your own. But in this case, it could really help out. It might be able to help out better. So it's up to you.
I think I want to do that.
All right, Jupiter. This is a desperate. So you would probably have to roll attuned because it says it right there on the description. Like you have to attune to the ghost field. So when you do attune, the position would be desperate and the effect would be standard.
Yeah, give me a second. I forgot how to roll.
You can also push yourself too, and I would recommend it in this case.
Would push myself? How? I don't know anything.
So when you click on attune, it'll say it'll ask you if you like for the position and effect, and then it'll ask you for bonus die, and you'll mark off 2 stress on your character sheet, and put
Position
1.
Is desperate.
Yep. Effect is standard. Bonus die +1.
Can't get any other plus.
I mean, I don't know. Alex, you can assist if you'd like.
If I assist and then if I take the
Nox
6
assist
trauma,
me?
if I take the
Well, no. This is this is in lieu of the resist, right? Because it's always better to do an action than to resist an action. So Jupiter is helping you out before you're getting run through. If Jupiter fails this, then the run through happens, or you as a player can resist it.
But if I resist, I gain 6 stress, right?
Or minus the die you roll. So the resist is the backup plan now, as Jupiter is making a conscious action to stop this from happening.
Sure.
So you can assist if you have some way of assisting.
Since Nox is he gains potency when fighting the supernatural, Nox will stand next to Jupiter and assist with that.
Probably bite him in the leg or something, the ghost leg. He'll bite the ghost leg and try to hold it back. Okay, add another stress to your character sheet.
Okay, this
Jupiter,
doesn't go good.
You get 2 stress for pushing yourself, and you get 2 bonus die now. So I think it might be a total
and if
of 4.
I fail, do I get a devil's bargain or anything?
We'll see. Unless you want to make a devil's bargain right now.
What is it?
The devil's bargain here is that instead of the ghost attacking you guys, it'll carry Inspector Benoit Draguet away and escape, but at the consequence of Benoit Draguet now probably gunning after you. So he'll be out of the picture for tonight, but he'll be like your enemy.
Can I roll first, and if I fail, I'll take it?
I'm gonna give you this before the roll. If you make a roll, I'm probably gonna give you a different devil's bargain at that point. So that's the devil's bargain before you roll. Like he'll get away and he'll live, but he won't do anything to you guys this night.
But if I do the roll, does that mean the devil's bargain won't be as good, or is it just gonna be a different thing?
It depends on what you roll, in my opinion.
You have 2 bonus dice. That can come in really handy. And
Make the
Okay,
roll.
I'll roll first then.
This is
Yeah.
great. Make the
plus
roll.
it's desperate, so you get XP for this.
Oh, shit.
That's a crit.
We love to fucking see it.
Oh
my God.
God damn.
Look at them go!
Fuck yes.
All right, Nox, woof woof, barks on. He jumps onto this ghostly figure, and the ghost tries to knock him away. And then Jupiter, what do you tell this ghost? As his sword is right about to ram into Alex, who is tying up the inspector.
I guess I tell him is that he can't come in or any of me or my crew's way ever again. Ever. Not tonight and not ever again. Again. He can't fight us anymore or hurt us.
Very well.
I want him to not be mean, okay?
I mean, yeah, it's whatever you say he'll do. Very well. And he puts his saber in his scabbard, and he'll look at you and says, "I will return," and the ghost poof, dissipates. Well, he says, "If you try to harm him, I will return," poof, and he disappears. He's still going to
Sounds fair.
try to protect his his great grandson.
But Alex is alive.
Yeah, Alex is fine. Nothing happened.
I look towards Jupiter and I rush up to her and give her like the biggest hug.
Them.
Oh, sorry. Them, sorry.
My God.
My bad.
People are like shaking when they hug back Alex. They're like they were like terrified of Alex.
And I'm like, thank you. I'm sorry.
And then you hear Inspector Benoit Duguette is awake now and struggling against the ropes. We'll move back up to the first floor, people. Brigham, you take the wine and you pass by our friend here, Orlan, who is now next to Alestra. Do you say or do anything? Do you touch his butt like the plan says? Like, I think it was either or, right? Piccadilly Donut or butt touch.
If he does that, I'll compromise with.
It was
the
3
hoe.
things. It was either Piccadilly Donut, pinch my butt, or blow something up.
You almost did all 3 so far. But what do you do, Brigham?
So I was moving into the ballroom, right? That's where
Sure.
our kendo was. Orlan, rather. Yeah, and I think it's Brigham. This is again a situation Brigham's not good at, so he's trying to be a good formal servant. Probably has like that red towel draped over his arm. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
And he walks up to Orlan and says, "Sir, have you heard of this dessert we have called a Piccadilly Donut? It's a special on tonight. Could I interest you in one?"
I know no such thing of some dessert.
Wait,
Huh?
I was sorry. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
She was there.
because he's
Yeah,
like
she's
right next
right
to me.
there.
What is this
okay.
dessert?
Oh, I think I've heard of it. It's so
You have?
get this. It's this kind of pastry, but it's one of those. I'm trying to think of literally any of the other cultures that are. Give me 1 second.
Think of
while
Japanese, I guess, because that's always a good one. They always have really weird pastries.
Okay, I'm trying to think of all the heritages of
Well,
this world.
regardless.
Not Aruvian. Yeah,
One of you is going
it's
to
one
make a
of-
fortune roll right now.
God.
I'm pretty sure Alestra knows her own menu. And the fact that he's just said that right in front of her is probably not a good thing. So Brigham or Orlan, Or both. I'll give you both a shot to get something that's
Give us
over a
both
3.
a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of you roll d6.
Hey,
Alright,
I got a
fine.
5.
She like you. It's not so much as what you're saying to Lestra is. Oh shit! I'm so glad. That would have been really bad.
No. Oh
But
no.
Brigham was really upset about the fact that people were going to be murdering people down there. All right,
So
it's having a
yeah,
hard go.
she doesn't like you, Brigham, but she does like Orlan, and it's not really
Yeah.
so much as like what Orlan is saying. It's like she just like listening to him as if she's listening, but she's not. She's nodding, and then she's just like, "Ah, I love it when you talk about random things with the workers here. You are such a gentleman. You go away."
Yes, ma'am.
As as Brigham starts to, I'm trying to find. No, he's going. I can't get more information. Okay. I try to get a
Basement.
sense on I try to get a sense on the look of his face. Does it seem like something that's like shit's going down like bad right now, like we need to get the fuck out of here, or is it like something is happening but it's a problem that could be handled?
What's the facial equivalent of like putting your hand out and kind of like waving, rotating it side to side? You know, where it's like,
Okay, yeah.
Shrug.
Yeah, you do that
I
without
think
the
it's
hand
a
motion.
shrug and a, no,
Yeah.
I think it's just a shrug and a grimace, like
Okay, all right. That doesn't. Okay, I think Orlan reads that as he'll continue on his path that he's going on, but maybe trying to divert her attention more away from whatever the servers are doing.
Could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse. And averting her attention from there. So if you guys can handle this situation, you guys can do it without her attacking.
Okay.
So that's how Orlan's going to read that.
All right. And Brigham, you continue on. You get into the ballroom. What do you do?
where and so Nadia is also with both of them.
No, Nadia is
No.
in the ballroom by herself with some
Oh.
drunk girl.
And then
I
I needed
think-
the trance powder in one of the glasses.
Right. Sorry, there was so much happening. Yeah.
No, you're fine.
There's
There
a
was
lot happening right now.
There is a lot.
Ma'am, I have brought you the finest wine of our reserves. Of course, the 213 Aruvian spice wine. And as he says that, he turns the label of the bottle away so no one can read it.
Good man.
May I hand the glasses to our fine guest this evening?
Yes, just give those to me. And she'll act like she doesn't know him and it's just like treating a servant as a servant would, but she'll just like kind of shuffle her eyes the other way, like, go. Because it took us so dang long to get there.
So yeah, he'll pass both glasses to Nadia and like be like really eyeing one of them.
Oh, okay.
Is that the
Like-
one you drink or is that the one you don't drink? What does that mean?
Automatically assume and hope to the gods that that is the one she doesn't drink. And, like, hands it to the other
You guessed
woman.
right.
Oh, nice. Okay, she guessed right. All right.
I should have just written that in like sent a message to Cal and been like, "Here, this is the answer. See what she gets."
Oh my gosh, that's the best.
Merry Christmas. All right, so she'll take the glass and give it to her, and well, to a wonderful evening, and even better later, I assume.
Yeah, to a wonderful evening. And she takes the drink. This is really strong. Wait. Oh, I'm feeling really lightheaded. Like,
Oh, my
what's
dear,
going
let's go sit
on?
down. Come on.
oh man.
She'll like brush her over to here.
Oh shit. Yeah, she like collapses in her arm. Just Brigham, you
She'll,
catch
like-
the glass before it falls on the ground before making a scene. But she is now passed out in your arm, Nadia. What do you do? What do you guys do?
She'll go and put her over at this bench over here and like sit her down and like she'll try and flag down like one of the gentlemen around there and just say, "Could you watch her for a moment? I'm gonna go get some
Yeah.
assistance and some fans."
So Sebastian will come along and says, "Of course, I will make sure the young woman is handled delicately."
Thank you. And she'll get back up and go over to the quote unquote servant and pull him off to the side as if she's about to reprimand him or something.
How do you feel? Sorry,
Go
I was
ahead.
just going to suggest maybe I should get this fine woman a blanket from upstairs, which would give me an opportunity to go upstairs.
Yes. Just be quick, if you would. I'm going to need to watch her for a minute or two.
Have you found any information out up here?
No, she's what I need to get some information, so if you would be rather quick
Hmm.
about it.
All right, I'll be quick as I can. Just so you know, there are some dock hands downstairs in the basement, putting a lot of boxes down there, and I suspect we might explode soon. So you two need to get the move on with the rest of this plan.
We need to get to the auction, is what we need to do. So go!
Yeah, where's the auction? That was your job.
No, that's she's starting to like try and calm herself down. She goes, Orlan is currently dealing with our lovely hostess. She has the information we need. I haven't been able to get anything out of idiots.
That sounds like a you problem. I'm gonna go upstairs, see what I can find.
And she like clicks her tongue and is like half tempted to just ram him in the head, but like just calmly turns to the passed out girl she has.
Okay.
Yeah, so Brigham will go upstairs, I guess. But if Nadia has a way to get information from this passed out girl, I'm interested to hear it. For sure.
Yeah. So when he does that, like she said to Sebastian to watch her real quick, she's gonna get up and actually go look for Baz.
Baz isn't here.
Oh no!
So I had this thought that like if you have his girl, maybe you can bring his or ask his girl like where Baz was. It'll probably she might be able to help you there.
That's kind of what I was hoping, is that if I couldn't find him, I'd check with her because she's rather well drunk and drugged. So she'll wait until she wakes up.
Well, we'll say like before she's fully unconscious, right? To move this along.
Oh, okay, cool.
You have the opportunity to ask her something
Oh
or
yeah, I
say
had
something
that
to her.
time. Yeah.
So what would you say, or ask?
She'll just say, so, but this secret, I know you're really tired, but I'm sure Baz needs you to do something, and I didn't want to ruin that if you're not feeling well.
I'm not feeling well?
Well, you're very, drunk.
I'm super fucked up.
Yes, my love, and you know how Baz takes his business.
Can you bring me to Baz? Please?
I'm not sure where he is, darling. I didn't even know he was supposed to be here.
And she holds up 4 fingers.
What does that mean, sweetheart? You're gonna have to give me a little bit more to go on.
4. And she kind of starts to droop her head. 4.
For what? 4 coins? For 4 men? For what? She's like trying to kind of pinch her awake a bit.
She's out.
Dang it. Okay, 4. I got it. So, she'll go ahead and get up and she'll she'll walk down towards the hall. She'll walk over to this guard over here because she noticed them when they were coming in. And she's going to ask for the water closet.
All right. The guards are in like a an iron suit, and as you walk up to them, one of them will give you directions. He'll say,
Excellent.
"Down the hall, to the left." Says, "Down
Thank
this
you.
hall, and to the left." Is that where you start to go?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the hallway here. You smell smoke and cigar smoke coming from this room over here. And some men, some some chips and men. It seems like almost like there's like a poker game going on there. But
Right.
you can probably tell like the water closet's right there.
Right. So there's no real guards in terms of looking down this path or this path, right?
Yep. I mean, not really.
Okay, so she'll kind of listen near the door a bit and see if she can wane anything off of what she can hear.
All right. Roll a fortune roll. See what you get.
Yes, sir. Where is my lovely clicky click? There it is. Just one?
Yep.
All right.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oops.
Since okay. You hear chairs scraping along the ground, and I'm gonna say you're leaning really close to the door here, and
Yes.
You hear. It says, I would love to finish this game, but I do have a prior engagement to get to. I appreciate all the coins. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure playing with all of you. And the door opens and hits you right in the face. No, I'm joking. But you're able to get out of the way pretty quickly as you see a man dressed in black walk out. He looks like maybe like one of those underworld people that you were talking about. And he's like, "Oh, excuse me, I didn't see you there." And he starts to walk down into this place. He walks, or if you follow him, he'll nod at this guard and walk through this door and disappear.
Okay, then she follows.
All right. As you're trying to follow, one of the guard says, "Hold it. Are you on the list?"
And she'll just go, "I'm with Baz."
I don't think you're on the list.
She'll just roll her eyes and walk away then, as if go get confirmation.
Okay.
So she'll go back to the ballroom and pass Orlan, just kind of see what he's up to.
Okay. And Orlan, Alestra. Orlan, what do you do with Alestra? You have her wrapped around your finger at the moment.
Yeah, so she said that she had some stuff to do and was going to take me to do that with her. So I'm just the pretty boy along for the ride. Indulging her in conversation and such as, as she takes me to wherever she was going.
All right. The Hellhound never leaves her side. Follows you around and sniffs at you. It growls at you.
Is there a way I can try to... I'm trying to think if there's a way that I can... Can I attempt to sway this dog so that it's not so mean?
Are you sure you want to risk it?
I feel like it's risky. I'll leave it now.
I would probably suggest you wait until something happens with the dog. That's probably when you would want to, instead of doing like a preemptive thing. All right.
Yeah.
So with that, Brigham and Orlan, you guys all make it up to the second floor, right?
Okay.
So this is the second floor. This is like the room that you guys are coming from here, Orlan. You guys like kind of exit through here. And you Brigham, you're over off into this side over here. So what do you guys do? Both of you. What are you trying to
Again,
accomplish here?
I'm following her. I'm trying to get
Okay.
whatever information I can from whatever she said that she wanted to do. Because I feel like if I like start making moves while we're up here, it might start drawing her attention.
Okay.
But she invited me to come along with her, so I'm just gathering information.
So she's going to make her way over to the staircase over here. Brigham, what are you doing up here as Orlan and Alestra and the dog are walking towards your direction?
Any other servants around?
So you do see one other servant. He's one of the chefs who seems to be catering to like this one very important looking woman, noble. And it seems like her assistant is like rattling off like a checklist of certain business deals that are going on, and he's like kind of catering to her, like presenting these little small plates of food, and she's like tasting it. She's like, that is delectable, and like she continues on. It's annoying, but there is one servant.
Well, then I won't ask him where the linen closet is. So I guess I'll just set off down the hallway. This long. Can I ping in roll 20?
Yeah,
No,
you
I
can
don't
hold
think
it
so.
down.
Oh, okay. Is that what I do? Yeah. So like, I'll go down this hallway because I don't see a guard down that way. So let's see what's down there.
I mean, you come to a dead end. There's rooms on either side. You look outside the window. It's see some guards patrolling the area.
Yeah, I'll just open a door. Let's go with this one.
All right, you picked the most interesting one.
Yay!
So you open the door and it's a mess. It looks like somebody has been digging through this area, looking for something in particular.
Can I study the room to try and figure out? I guess like, are there any interesting tidbits of information around? Like, are there like, you said there were scraps of paper?
Yeah, like
Or did I
just
imagine that?
paper and documents scattered around. It's a mess. This whole place has been kind of digged through.
Yeah. Can I start looking through the documents? Like,
Sure.
what kind of information is in there? Am I looking at like deeds or diary entries or whatever?
Sure. Make a fortune roll.
Okay.
This is definitely fortune, because I mean, without any context, really, you're not. It's more about luck. Damn it.
I am not fortunate today.
You're not. It's a mess. You have no idea here what the hell happened here. You smell this faint smell of perfume, but besides that,
Is there anything worth stealing in the room?
hell yeah, there's stuff worth stealing in the room. Roll another fortune die if you like to steal stuff.
Okay.
Come on, you're gonna have to do, you know. Oh. Did I say hell yeah? There's stuff to steal in the room. There's paper, books.
Hey, paper's something to steal.
Oh man, I guess I'll just grab like a random handful of papers and like shove them in my pocket. Just like maybe there's something here. Then grab the blankets off the bed and I guess start heading back downstairs.
Still not
Alright.
over. Did I say there was something to steal? No, there's paper.
As you're walking down, you see Orlan and Alestra make their way up to the third floor, Brigham. And the third floor is right here. Orlan, Alestra will take a look at you and say, Orlan, you should really check out my collection of artifacts. It's right through the doors there. I will be upstairs conducting my business. I'm afraid my associates might feel a little, how do you say, concerned with your presence.
I put one hand like on her waist and one hand on like her cheek and say, "I understand completely, and I will wait with bated breath until you return." And then I turn around and then go through the doors.
You go to the doors, and as you do, you see a room with 2 people in it, and this is the artifact room. Orlan, you see a sculpture, a tablet made out of stone, encased in like the stick glass. Then a beating mechanical heart in one, a tiny like 2 feet tall sarcophagus in another glass case, and then a severed hand of some sort. Upon closer inspection, Orlan, you realize it looks very similar to what you all were here for. Here's what it looks like. Tell me if you guys see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
So
I think I made a note.
the paw does have 5 fingers, right? Or 4 fingers and a
Yeah.
thumb, and the 2 middle, the index and the ring finger, are both bent, and so it's got like this
Yeah.
rocker pose on.
Bold of you to assume I know my finger names.
Middle, ring, whatever.
That's yeah. Fuck. So I'm trying to remember because Bruce told us how many fingers should still be up. I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. Does anyone
Your
else
character
have a
knows.
note of that?
It's. He said 3 or two
Okay,
fingers,
cool.
2 fingers, and the thumb
Should
should be
be down.
still up. So it's like a match.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure that no one else had like made a wish on it. And okay, cool. Awesome, pause. Okay, cool. So there's some other people in this room. What are they doing?
Well, you see one person seeming to like researching it, like they're writing down notes of this heart. You see signs, plaques attached to each one. As you get to the monkey paw, it says monkey paw of Zahzu. One of the women seems to just be enjoying the sculpture, trying to read it.
I'm gonna.
Both of them kind of looking inconspicuous.
Okay. I feel like it'd be weird if I just start talking to them. Can I? Okay, interesting. What are the names of the other thing? Or is the monkey's paw the only one that has a plaque, or do they all have?
No, they all have it. So you see the stone tablet of osmosis, the heart of Kotar, the sarcophagus. I don't know how to spell sarcophagus, so I'm just gonna say sarcophagus of the mummy and the monkey paw of Zahzu.
Okay, cool. Can I flash back to I would imagine after learning, that, the name of the thing that we were looking for, I would have gone to research, do like any research that I could on it, like at like a library or something. So could I flash back to that, do like a study roll, to see if I know anything about any
Monkey
of these
paw.
artifacts. Monkey paw.
That's the same. Like, I think it's the same sound. Paul and paw. It's like similar. Paul and paw. But it's not monkey paw. It's monkey paw. But yeah, you want to research on what? The monkey paw?
Yeah. I want to research on the monkey paw and then see if I end up doing well enough, if I could have any other information on any of the other ones as well.
Are you greedy,
Just
Orlan?
like
Is this
researching.
what's you're just trying to see if you could steal some other stuff? Sure.
Well, I mean, come on, who knows? Maybe we can find some other buyers. He wanted us to steal the one thing, but we can steal. It seems, meta-wise, it seems like this place might blow up. So. Orlan walks into this room and he's like, there's more stuff we can maybe get. Let's see. Who knows?
Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead and make that roll.
Okay, cool. I don't think I have anything that'll give me any additional dice, so I've just got the one die in it. What would be my position?
Controlled.
Control? Okay, cool.
But
And
the
effect.
effect here is limited. I mean,
Alright,
it's like there's with your connection. I mean, you are a spider. Where did you go research? Did you go to like one of the universities?
Yeah. I mean, hell, I was just in a university when I was when I saw Jupiter, so maybe I would check that out. Could I then maybe use consort instead of study? If I use
that's if you only know like some librarians in the area.
Okay.
You could say you do, but
Would I know? I feel like I would. Oh, you know what? Because of the thing in my backstory, I think I would know some librarians.
Okay. Yeah.
Shit. I mean, so you mean Orlan is both pretty boy and smart boy?
No, he's not smart boy. Well, I mean,
okay, yeah,
he knows
he's not
smart boys.
Boy. He can read. He's smart enough to read.
I think it's more like he knows people who know information like that. Like,
yeah.
Doesn't that mean he knows information? What?
Oh, yeah.
He's saying in the flashback he got some information. Shit.
Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not.
So you burned some bridges here, Orlan. I'm gonna say, like, one of your librarian friends, when you mentioned the monkey paw of Zahzu, they all were like, "Shut up, shut the fuck up, don't talk to me anymore." And they all kind of like ghost you, and you no longer have any librarian friends. You burned that bridge, and you make out with no information.
That's the last time I try to read.
Your flashbacks are the best.
Yeah, I failed every single flashback.
Yeah, exactly.
Orlan has never succeeded. He's only good in the moment. He's never good. For the planner,
don't worry.
Yeah, for planner, he's all improv. Very little pre-planner.
Orlan finds the monkey paw of Zahzu, right? Nadia, Brigham, Alex, Jupiter. You guys all have. What do you guys all do? Orlan's found it.
I mean, we said we were gonna wait until it was out of the room because we're not trying to get locked in the room.
Yeah, because is this the room that will like lock down if shit goes bad?
Possibly.
Okay.
It's like there's like two people in it, and the lady's like right there and all that.
Last I remember, it wasn't actually this room, although this room would lock down. Correctly, it was the auction room that could lock down.
It was the artifact room that will lock down, and the auction room not. I mean, you really don't know much about the auction room.
Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
But the occult presence seems to have diminished here, right? So
wait, so there's more?
It could be just like a mechanical stuff here.
Okay.
So, working with the fiction right now, right? And everybody's doing something. Like, I mean, what do you guys all do here? Like, Orlan's in the room. You know. What do you guys all do?
So I need to be able to signal to them that I know where it is, right? Sure. I saw Brigham on the floor below. Do I have a sense of how long it's going to take for Estrella to be done? Or Estrella to be done upstairs?
You have absolutely no idea.
Okay, cool. In fiction, how long has it been since I've walked into this room?
In fiction, how long has it been? We'll just say it's present. Like you walk in, you're looking at the stuff, and like less than a minute.
Cool. As soon as I see it, okay, cool. As soon as I'm like, okay, I've clocked it. I'm gonna like meander, like look around for like maybe a minute or so, and then I'm gonna walk back out, and I'm gonna ask the guard that's like at the stairs, do you know if there's a bathroom on the second floor?
The guard just looks at you, doesn't say a word, and you get the feeling like he's not going to say anything.
Well, all right. Well, when and if Mr. Strella comes down before I come back up from looking from the bathroom that you refuse to tell me where it is, please do tell her that I've gone to search for a lavatory, since she will be expecting my presence. And then I go down to the second floor.
Yeah. You go down to the second floor. That's when you see Brigham like carrying like this bundle of blankets, some papers sticking out of his pocket.
I go, Brigham, what are you doing?
Hello? Corey?
Oh, sorry, I had my mic muted like a smart person. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, our friend Nadia made another friend who she found a reason to poison, and so I was bringing that friend a blanket because she was falling asleep on the couch.
It's a different thread here we got.
It wasn't even poison, it was drug.
See, that's what I said.
How is drugged different from poisoned?
Poison makes them sick. Drugs make them foggy.
Yeah, if I slipped heroin into your cookie, you would say you were poisoned.
No, I
Poison because I'm suing your ass. That's why I would say poison.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I wanted to sue somebody,
That's fair.
he won't remember.
All right. Well, when you go down there and see Miss Nadia and the others, let them know that I have found, let's just say I found the eagle's egg.
Yeah, have you found out when they're moving it yet?
Not yet, but on the off chance that we don't find Alestra, thank you. On the off chance that something happens and we need to get it before that happens, it's on the third floor. As soon as you go up the stairs, there's a room to your right, big room in the middle of a hallway. It's got 1, 2, 3 exits, one right by the door, two on the opposite side, and there are 4 artifacts in it. The one we're looking for is the one on the bottom left from the door that's right next to the stairs. Got that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so are there any windows up there?
Do I remember there being windows?
There's windows on every floor of this house.
Alright, so it seems like it might just be easier, instead of trying to carry the thing down 3 sets of stairs full of guards. Can we just chuck it out the window and have somebody down there to catch it?
I suppose that is an option, but how about we save that as a last ditch effort if nothing else seems to work.
All I'm just saying is I keep coming up with plans that seem to make things easier and less complicated. And your plan right now is to keep talking to people and still not find out when this thing's being moved or where it's being moved to.
Hey, I found it, all right.
Oh, by the way, there are laborers in the basement who may or may not be planning on blowing this whole building up. So you might want to get your move on.
What? All right. Okay.
Why do you think I told you about the damn donuts?
Well, I didn't realize that the whole building was going to go down.
I mean, I don't know. All I know is that there are a lot of dock workers moving a lot of boxes into a basement, and I ain't ever seen anything good come out of sneaking boxes into basements of people you hate.
I understand. All right. Well, if you could relay the information that we know where the thing is to the people that we know, maybe you could also try to get those people to try to understand why they're moving those boxes. Maybe tempt them with
Yeah, they're
coin
not
or something. I
talking.
don't- Okay. Well,
Not like it, I'm telling you, they ain't even. They just grunt. Also,
just
there was an
grunt?
inspector. I knocked him out. Then I left Dummy and sorry, not Dummy. Then I left Jupiter Thorn, Alex Harper, and Nadia. No,
Love
sorry,
how we have
man, I am
aliases
just
and no one's
ruining
using
everything right now. All right, yeah, I left Gloom and Zero to decide whether or not they were gonna murder the man. I don't know
All
how that
right.
went. It's been a
You all
busy
have
night, is what I'm trying to say, and I'd like to
I can
resolve it sooner rather than later.
I understand. We will get it resolved. Please relay my information to them, and then I'm still in pretty good with Madame Alestra. So once you relay the information to them, um, see if Nadia can figure out some more information about when this auction is. I'll try to do the same, and if we can't get anything, we're just going to have to hardball it. All right.
All right. So I'm just gonna write a quick note so that I can just pass it to Nadia on my way by to the
Oh,
basement.
can I also pass off the blueprint from me to him and hide it under the blankets he has?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. That way, because me having the blueprints is not very useful. So I'm going to give it to you so that you guys have full blueprints of the entire building.
All right.
All right. I'll see you in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And then I go back upstairs.
All right. So to move this along, Brigham, what do you do with that?
Yeah,
info?
I was just gonna say, I just write down in a note very quickly on my way down the stairs that I can pass to Nadia. On my way by going to the basement to relay all of this information to Jupiter and Alex in the basement.
Okay. Jupiter and Alex. What about Nadia?
No, I gave Nadia the note.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
was saying.
Give
I
Nadia the note.
here's everything that Orlan wants you to know on a note, so that I don't have to repeat it again.
So Nadia, Jupiter, Alex, and Brigham. You guys all know where the monkey paw is being held. Now, on the meta level, you don't know if the monkey paw is up for auction, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you guys do?
Wait, isn't it up to option?
You don't know.
I
I
guess
thought
we
Bruce
never
said
got-
it was.
I think we've just been operating under that assumption, but we don't technically know.
Yeah, technically, he never said. He just said there was going to be an auction. I just realized this.
Yeah, I also did not really take that into account.
Rip. Okay. Well,
And the fact that it's up here actually might lend itself to meaning that it's not going up to auction. Hey, can we flash back really quick?
So back to throwing it out a window.
back to my conversation with Brigham. Actually, now that I realize it, the fact that it's up there currently in a museum type space might lend more to it not being on auction.
Brigham promptly adds that to the note he's writing to Nadia.
So do with that what you will, and once you all figure that out, if you can find a way to let me know what you're gonna do, let me know what you're gonna do. I need to get back up before she realizes I am gone, and then I go back upstairs.
Okay. The 4 of you. What do y'all do?
It's been a while since we heard from basement crew, so I think we might want to let them
Yeah,
get
basement
on the
crew.
action.
What's up, basement crew?
Yo,
You have-
Jupiter's 100% koala on Alex. Just really glad that he's not dead. Okay, and they're also petting Nox. Like,
I'm still
definitely trying to calm down.
Alex is still hugging Jupiter.
Basement crew? You guys just literally just talking about killing somebody.
Basement
The password
traumatized.
is so
Thank you.
uncomfortable.
Basement crew.
The dock workers is
Um,
just like, oh goddamn.
Yo, I can kill somebody, have my friend die? Nuh-uh. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, can't
So-
have that happen.
Should we-
So when you guys
Especially when
have
it's
that
like
information,
Alex and all.
what was that?
Especially when it's Alex and all, and he's so precious, and I love him so much.
Oh. You're so cute, thank you.
Aw.
Alex loves you too.
My God.
Shoot. So is Brigham downstairs with us now?
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah,
Okay, so he-
because I gave a note to Nadia and then went to the
maybe it's a
basement
good
to.
time to inform him. Like, Alex
Did-
almost
did-
just died, you know?
It's okay. It's okay. We got there. A ghost came in. You know, it's okay. Anyways.
Yeah, that happens.
Thanks, Briggy.
That was awesome, though.
Did Orlan say how many people there were in the room?
No.
What a
Do we
detailed
want to flashback so
What?
Orlan?
What a detailed note. It's just like there's. Well, actually, he was
Yeah.
very weirdly
I was
specific. in it.
very detailed.
He was very fucking specific with his note. So I would say yeah, sure.
Yeah.
There's
I
two
think the
people in
first-
there, 2 guards on the floor too, and
think
everything is encased in glass.
Don't you think we have to like get people out of that room
Diversion time.
if we're gonna do anything in that room?
So what you're suggesting here is that we all march up to the 3rd floor and just get it done with, or do you have a particular way you want to get people out of that room?
I mean, we have a big crew down here that could make a big scene, but also you can make things go boom.
I could throw a grenade, or I could drop a smoke bomb. Smoke bomb might clear the room out, create some confusion.
Down.
All right, Nadia, you got the note. What do you do? Do you head upstairs or?
I feel like if I headed upstairs, that could be really suspicious. And plus, she currently dealing with the fact that she was just told 4. Like, what is 4? Okay.
Well, like,
so
maybe... Didn't you say Baz knew the lady who was there?
yes, and she
well-
needed to go to Baz, which means that he's somewhere in the manor, but he only said 4. She only
She's
said
on the
4.
You could
Wasn't she?
probably put together she meant 4th floor. Like that's.
And that's what I was thinking. So she will go check on the girl. It's like I'm in real time. How long is she out?
She's out for a
Do
while.
I know?
She's no
Okay.
longer in play.
Okay, awesome.
Unless
So
you
check
drag
on
her
her,
body up to like one of the bedrooms or something as like a disguise. Really, there's nothing else for her.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is that I'm just gonna have to ask Sebastian for help. So
Oh, and Sebastian and you both bring her body upstairs?
yeah, she's not gonna
Okay.
belittle herself by taking one woman up the stairs. Heck no.
Okay. So is Sebastian like he's like, you know, are you going to help or?
Yeah.
Alright. So Sebastian will bring up the unconscious women onto the 2nd floor. And then, you know, what do you do from the 2nd floor? Do you go upstairs to the 3rd floor or do you stay on the 2nd floor?
Wait, what? Sorry, my brain just did not hear any of that.
So Sebastian has an unconscious girl. He's going to bring her up to one of the bedrooms on the 2nd floor. And you can tell
Right.
like the bedrooms are some of them are occupied, some guests are occupying some of the bedrooms here. That's how these parties go.
Of course.
You know, just orgies here and there.
Only
But
occasionally.
you have to be in the circle, that orgy circle, right? Which
Right.
none of you might be. Some of you might be in. But
Well,
there's like an inside like orgy circle, and they're having some orgies in some of these rooms, and Sebastian knows about it. Yeah, it's how Doskvol works. And so like he brings them to the unconscious girl into one of the bedrooms, and locks it so that none of the orgy peoples get in there.
Awesome.
Can Alex go back upstairs since we now know what's happening? Can Alex go back upstairs and see what's happening and help Sebastian with her? So I'm with Nadia now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just
so I
leave
guess
her
I
to
have-
worry then.
2 people escorting me, because I was going to ask Sebastian to escort me to the 4th floor, so it didn't look nearly as suspicious.
Oh, Sebastian will not take you to the 4th floor. He's like, the 4th floor is out of limits even for him.
No. Oh no.
There's something going on the 4th floor, so people are preoccupied there.
Oh, crapatola. Okay.
But I don't know why you would want to go to the 4th floor at this point.
Because right.
That's
I
where the
guess I'll
auction
go
is
to-
happening, but
Why you say that? Yeah.
Can we ask Sebastian if the artifact room is like booby trapped?
it'll say gates come crashing down if
Of
something
course.
is handled inappropriately.
Are they indestructible?
Probably not. It's really hard to find indestructible things.
Trying
Okay.
to see the Brigham Way right now.
So, what do y'all do?
I guess Nadia will go ahead and go kind of scope out the artifact room. And 1 second, I had a thing in my head. And
Orlan is there with
yes. Okay, so she will study the room and attempt to gain any like mechanical items that might trigger, and see if she can study
Okay.
the room for those.
you. Awesome.
Okay, let me go to the thing. If I can get to my page, that would be. All right, there we go. So, click my thing. My computer's deciding to go crazy right now. Okay, so this position is, I'm guessing, control.
Yeah, it's pretty controlled, standard.
Okay. I think this would be a great time to push myself. So,
I'm in this room with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assist her and use that second time assisting that I don't have to pay stress.
Okay.
yeah, and I'm gonna take 2 stress, so I'm guessing that's 2 bonus die.
That's a total of 2, yes.
There we go, sorry. Okay, and here we go.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah,
Oh
baby.
yeah.
All right. So
Nut material.
there are some mechanical devices that seem to be so the glass is wired. Like all the glass have some
Right.
sort of wires attached to them, and they feed into like some sort of power box on like the so where the wall of the artifact room meets the ceiling. So it's like at the top of the room, right? Like it's not on the ceiling, it's still on one of the side walls, but it's high up there, like maybe 15 feet up in the air. So
Of course,
it's like
enough to look, obvious if someone were to mess with it.
right, and also you would have to like get up there to mess with it.
Right, unless... No, just kidding. Not right now, anyways.
Well,
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna be trying to whisper, talk to Nadia. So I was thinking, since it doesn't seem like it seems like something's going on upstairs, I would imagine an auction. And if the idea is if something bad happens here, goes on lockdown, right? No one can enter this room. No one can leave this room. But the most important part is that no one can enter this room. So if we're in the room, while things are going down, or if someone's in this room while something's going down, it's possible that we can use that period of time to A, take the thing out, B, and I know this was a bad idea earlier, but maybe a good idea now, to blow a hole somewhere, and maybe that hole, rather than being in one of the walls, is in the floor. We can, and
Not
now
gonna
I'm
lie.
saying, go ahead.
As much as I hated the idea earlier, kind of lines what I was thinking. Another idea I have is I'm looking at the room box over in that corner that powers the wires within the glass. I do have a couple of throwing knives that may be of use when the time is required. However, that would reduce lockdown necessity. So there are a few ways we could go about this.
I'm still in the good graces of our hostess, so I can keep her distracted upon her coming down here. Do we know what our dock worker friends are up to yet in the basement?
From what I heard, nothing good. Problem is that I think Brigham said that they refused to tell him, so I have no idea what could possibly boxes. For all I know, could cyanide capsule for each guest to bite down on at some point, but of course that seems hard-fetched. So we could potentially ask if they'd be willing to assist with the distraction.
Possible.
What do you guys do?
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, they might be waiting for us to get the paw down there. I feel like if they were waiting for that, they would have said that.
Yeah,
they don't seem to
same.
be. Yeah, I don't think they.
They
care so much
specifically
as what
said
happened
that
to
they
it.
did not care that we didn't have the item yet when I let them in. So
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So okay.
Okay.
So we need to speed the process along, obviously.
I
So
agree.
what I'm thinking right now is that we need to get anyone who's on the 3rd floor off of it. Anyone in the 4th floor off of it. So that might be our best chance, is someone planting an explosive somewhere down at the edge of the 1st floor, somewhere where there aren't many people conjugated, but just enough. And then let that go off. That'll cause a ruckus, causing people to freak out, needing to panic. And we can stay roughly on the 2nd floor rather than the 3rd floor. And if enough people have gone down, we can slide up to the 3rd floor and do what we need to at that point.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. I'm just looking through my loadout. One of the things. So. Okay. This will be up to Cal. Cal, one of the things that I can take is subterfuge supplies, which includes a theatrical makeup kit, a selection of blank documents ready for forgers, costume jewelry, reversible cloak, distinctive hat, forged badge of office, something to distract or confuse people, right?
Yes, I have this as well.
So since we've already had a description of the monkey's paw, could my subterfuge supplies be a fake monkey's paw?
If you flash back and have one made, yes.
Oh God.
I mean, I also have the supplies, so whoever wants to do it.
We know my flashback experience has been less than great. I can try out. You know what? I'll try it.
Okay.
Can I consort, as in knowing someone who can make such a
Sure.
fake?
Sure.
Okay.
And Nadia could always assist even during a flashback.
Yes, I would more than happily
Oh,
take
okay.
some stress for this.
Sure.
Okay. I would also take some stress for this.
Sure. Mark off
So
your
what is
stress.
my
Your bonus-
position?
Your position will be the risky, but
Risky?
standard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Standard. Okay.
you can get some heat on you about this.
Oof,
And I
okay.
think you have 2 bonus die now because I marked off another 2.
Okay. So I've got one from
So
you.
it's just 1 stress to assist.
Yeah, one
And that
stress to
gives
assist.
1 die. You can't spend multiple stress to get multiple dice.
Yeah. Well, I'm spending stress to push myself to get another
Sure.
die.
So it's 2 for Orlan, 1 for Nadia, and you get 2 bonus die
Okay.
on top of what your roll is.
Oh my fucking god.
Honey.
You leave a paper trail, right? At
Oh
their shop.
god.
It's a legit shop. It's a legit prop and costume shop. So there's a paper trail.
Oh
So
my
people
god.
people know that Orlan Dalmor did like
Look
kind of
for
like have commissioned this monkey paw made, which is very strange
bad.
too, right? It's not like something that
that'd be bad.
normal people would have to ask for. So you have it
Absolutely.
in your
Okay,
loadout.
alright.
It's just people know you made it.
Okay. Cool.
Rip.
I might have to fake my death, but that's another first. So
We're gonna
so
have so
many
much
enemies.
heat.
Olin's got a lot of enemies. Well, we got it.
It's like he's just
We
like
got it.
flopping the monkey paw around. It's like made out of rubber. It's like, here it is.
It works.
Okay.
Oh god, I should not have rolled. I should have let
So-
you do it.
It's
We're
okay.
we're getting close to the ending time here. So
Okay.
let's
Cool.
continue on, but let's get to some sort of climax here. What do you guys do?
Gotcha.
You have
Okay.
the fake monkey paw. You know where it is. What's the plan? Like, what do you guys?
I'm gonna give.
Instead of a plan,
giving
just
the-
tell me what you do.
I'm giving the fake monkey paw to Nadia. I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna give the fake monkey paw. Oh yeah, okay. I'm giving the fake monkey paw to Nadia. I'm letting her know once Elestra comes back down, I'm gonna try to move her away from this room, or off of this floor. Go downstairs. Well, hold on. Okay, no, I'm keeping the monkey paw. If you could give me your knife, or if we can sever the stuff right now, that would be great. Let's sever the stuff right now. Well,
we
not
still
right
have
now. We're
people
gonna get the
on
people. Yeah, get the people out. If you could go downstairs, have them cause a distraction. As soon as they leave, I can cut the wires, replace it with the thing, be here for when Alestra comes down to get me, and then leave with her.
Okay. All right. So Nadia will go ahead and nod. She'll hand out 6 small and lightweight blades and hand them to him. And she'll pat him on the shoulder and say, "Make the shot count." And then go down and see if she can find Alex or Brigham or one of them to just kind of pull them off to the side as if she's ordering something and explain.
So Alex, where did you go, real quick? Like, where were you trying to head to? The 3rd floor, or? Brigham.
I guess I'm with Sebastian, but I can be with Brigham. But I mean, I was trying to go to the 3rd floor also.
Oh yeah, so we'll say Alex is on the 3rd floor with you guys as well if you need to use him. Brigham, where are you in the map?
Yeah, I think we're all converging on the 3rd floor right now.
Okay.
It just seems like that's where kind of we're all pushing at this point. Especially with the plan being what it is, which is somehow get everybody off of the floor, and then Orlan is swapping the fake monkey paw with the real monkey paw.
All right. And
Is that what I'm trying to check with everybody? Is that currently the plan?
Yeah,
As far as we've developed it.
I think it's like all 4 of you are on the 3rd floor. Jupiter, you're still in the basement watching the inspector.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
I mean,
It's
where
pretty
else would I
late in the
be?
ball. Jupiter could just come up at this point, probably. Just
If you'd
be
like,
a person.
Jupiter.
Hmm?
Would you like to sneak up to the
Sorry,
third
they.
floor with would you like to sneak up to the third floor, Jupiter, or would you like to stay in the basement? Where
I
it's more
mean,
relatively
wouldn't
more
I
safer.
stand out a little bit?
You possibly.
Let's pretend I have a pretty dress on then. I don't know.
Would you like to? Like you can always flash back and say you bought a dress.
No. Oh, Nadia scene. Oh,
Oh, not Sure.
Nadia and Jupiter scene. Yes.
Alright. Mark
Oh my
mark a
God.
stress on your character sheet real quick. That's
What?
one stress, but you do like you have a change spare for like a nice gown. And
Yeah, okay.
we'll say Jupiter, you also make it up to the third floor. So all of you guys are on the third floor. What do you all like? What's the plan here? I don't know
Um,
exactly
so
what you guys are trying to
we
do.
need someone to go down and use an explosive, obviously. Don't care where, as long as
why do we
it's
need the explosion to be below here?
because we want everyone to go see what's going on downstairs. We don't want them up here where we are.
Mm-hmm. So here's my suggestion. What if instead of an explosion, we just used a smoke bomb in here? And then no one can see anything. And then there's no explosion.
I
Which
guess
I am very sad
Wait,
to hear. But
hold on. I'm sorry.
But it seems like a lot of smoke would push some people out of this floor.
I think at this point these two people would have left if all five of you are just converging on this. They kind of
Bless.
probably felt a little. I'll say like they probably wanted their peace and quiet.
Right.
The librarian leaves, but this woman kind of hangs back here, and she seems kind of curious on what's happening here.
So there's one woman on this floor,
Yeah, just one woman, two guards.
2 guards.
I
Guys,
want
we
her out.
can take 1 woman and 2 guards.
I could also I also have this vial of slumber essence.
What?
Vial of slumber essence. You know, a thing that you keep around.
That would be useful.
I was planning on maybe using it on our hostess if things truly went south.
You could technically like frame this lady, maybe.
Framing, I like that.
There's a potential.
Alex, you were just amazing.
So if you want to use it on her, because even if we use a smoke bomb or even if we make an explosion, like if they find out this paw is missing, this lady was last in there.
Well, we were the last ones in here.
But
As
it's
we've
And
all
then
decided.
some
to
of
do
us
this
are
room.
gone,
And
so-
there are also still guards here.
true.
Yeah, that's my whole ordeal is that I was thinking I want all guards on alert downstairs, thinking that something's wrong downstairs, not up here.
All right.
But at the
I'll
same
go start
time,
a
that
fire.
could lead them to freak out about the artifacts too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah, 'cause
grief.
they-
We're just gonna have to
Okay,
make a guess and go.
If we do two things at the same time, they'll think one is the distraction and one is the real one, but both are in fact the distraction, and this is the real one.
I like that.
I'm down.
Okay, actually, great idea. All right, one of you take this. Wait, you, your friend. Oh, sorry. So I'm not yelling while this other woman's in the room. Your friend is still knocked out downstairs, correct?
Yes, she'll be out of commission for a little while.
All right, how about we fake a kidnapping?
Perfect.
We
She'll
call the-
without even asking questions, she'll turn to Brigham, be like, "You're a brute."
Excuse me?
I'm
No,
just saying, it would look more convincing if you did it.
She's not wrong.
Do not appreciate the aspersions being cast my way.
I'm just saying, if we do a
You
fake
guys-
explosion thing or whatever downstairs, and then one of you starts kidnapping someone, they'll think that the explosion is a distraction from the kidnapping thing, and then we can handle what we need to do.
You all hear two noblemen who were out in the they were like kind of dueling over here on the side. I don't know if you guys actually saw them. They were
Yeah, I saw
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
They were
So you hear
smoking.
them kind of over talking pretty loudly to each other. One of them's like, "Ah, that was a great time. The ball seems to be winding down. I would suggest that we get out of here." It's like,
Okay.
Auction's over. We need to move fast.
what do you do?
Or yeah. Okay. So
Okay. Brigham, do you have explosives on you?
I do, but also I am not kidnapping anybody, and I'm not being seen kidnapping anybody. Because in case y'all forgot, I have a real job.
Understand.
There is a shop that they can come find
Understandable.
with a man with a salient jaw. So
Understandable. If you could set up the explosions, Alex, you have no ties to anyone here. If you could do the kidnapping, that would be wonderful.
Sure, got it. I will.
I mean,
When
what if we
everything
just
starts
framed someone to make it look like they were trying to kidnap one of us instead? 'Cause then none of us look like criminals. No?
but who?
I look at Jupiter, who is the one person that I feel like someone.
Is it great? Yeah, no. A great option would be them, but now we need to figure out who would be a good
Person to
abductor.
I'm sure someone in there looks
Sebastian.
grumpy.
right, the butler.
we cannot. Sebastian is not going to go with that, right? The whole point of him having that conversation was that like he has lived because he is shrewd.
Yes.
Right, like
Maybe I can just go up to one of like.
I think our plan
The
is getting
guests
more
and just
complicated, and it
scream.
needs to get much simpler.
Yes,
Right, like
I
we're
agree.
at the end of the party. We are
I
out
agree.
of time. It's
Alex?
time to do a thing.
Alex, you, Nox, and Jupiter, the three of you are going to kidnap a woman. Brigham,
And
you are going to.
someone go plant the explosives.
Brigham, you go plant the explosives. Me and Nadia will take care of the monkey paw here, and then we'll play things by ear from there.
Okay, I remember. Yeah, I
How
remember
the
what she
fuck
looks
am
like.
I instrumental to kidnapping someone?
Do you want to set up the explosives?
Or do you just want to be the other distraction screaming that someone's being kidnapped?
Oh,
I
that
would do
also
that. I
works.
like to scream.
There you
Okay,
go.
let's do that one.
Okay.
Okay. So
And
within
I
10
put my
minutes-
hand I put my hand in the middle.
Nadia does not partake.
Oh, come on.
Alex puts his hand in the middle.
Y'all, there's a woman still in this room.
Break.
Uh,
All right.
All right, cool.
All right. So you guys all notice the room that you guys are all in start to get colder. The air begins to get chilled. You all see a cold breath. Your
Again?
breath becomes cold, and like you can see it in the room. The
Which
woman
one?
off to the side here, her eyes begin to glow red.
Oh,
She-
Shiza.
She smiles
Betrayal.
at all of you as you see.
I throw a vial of slumber essence at her.
Nadia has her secret charm.
you see spirits and tendrils of darkness begin to come off of her, and she screams.
I throw the vial.
You throw the vial.
I throw
threw
one of
the
the
vial
artifacts. I haven't decided which yet.
I threw the vial. As soon as her eyes started turning red, I threw the vial.
Oh yeah. What would you like to roll for that?
Finesse
That's up to you.
or survey? Can I do survey? Because I was surveying a situation, understanding what was going on, sensed trouble before it happens, and then acted on it.
You're free to roll that, sure. But
Yeah.
I'm going to put the position as desperate, and the effect.
Hey, that's
It's the next
experience.
piece.
The effect here is limited. You don't know how this is going to affect her. but she's
Oh,
definitely
fair.
not not a random purveyor.
Yeah, no. Does anybody want to assist me in any way, shape, or form?
If Nadia got her knives back, then yeah.
Jupiter can also assist, I suppose.
Alex will also assist.
How do you all assist?
I would.
Gotta-
So
it's
instead
gotta
of
make sense.
I was gonna say instead of assisting, I think this sounds much more like a group action.
Group, yeah.
Right,
Also,
like
you-
if
the
you're saying
group
like
action is
I'm
to
throwing a
stop her.
vial, I'm stabbing her with knives, I'm whatever, because I know that I want to smash her with the stone tablet of osmosis.
Well, you can't get
So-
to the stone tablet. It's
Well,
encased in glass.
'cause it's
unless
in
you-
Oh,
glass,
okay.
yeah.
Oh man, that's a bummer. I really wanted to use
Take
there's
these
a
things to
stool.
hit
There-
somebody.
chairs
There's a
are-
stool
Yeah,
next to you.
yeah,
and you
yeah.
can use the
Okay.
I'm,
you can
I'm
use
good
the
with a
stool.
chair.
All right,
But,
group
so
action.
it sounds like a group action.
Yep.
And as a reminder, we have synchronized.
With,
Ooh, we do
multiple
have-
sixes.
So you take any 1-6 and it makes it a success, right?
Yes, but we can also count multiple sixes from all. If multiple of us get sixes, it counts as a critical success.
Right. So if did I get my throwing knives back, or is that
Yeah, I
not
would
in
have.
play?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we were like, I'm not going to be here alone doing the thing, I would have given them back to you.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm gonna use hunt if I can at some
Group actions are led by one person,
one person. Never
and
mind.
they get
That would
to
be
pick.
Orlan.
They would get to pick what they use for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, and everybody rolls
Oh.
the same action.
But we
Okay,
can just
I'm-
say different flavors. Like you, instead of like having to use your action for that one particular roll, you can just say, "I get a stool and I smash her in the head," even though it's hunt, right? Like flavor wise.
Yeah.
Right.
What's everybody's survey looking like?
Trash.
Oh,
I have one.
Garbage.
But I will still do it.
Come on, Orlan.
Uh,
You picked a group action, and this is gonna end it for tonight, depending on what happens here.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh,
I have no fighting. Finesse is the only one that I have
I
a
don't
single
have
point. in
finesse
finesse.
I
either.
have a point in finesse too.
Oh.
I have a point in finesse, but I'm not doing anything.
Pick it and
finesse.
let's
I the-
go. It
Okay.
can't
Am
get
I
any
the-
worse than it's about to.
Okay, fair. We're doing survey.
All right,
Well,
God
we're
damn
doing
it.
survey.
We're doing survey.
everybody.
We all have a point in finesse.
No, we
Uh,
don't.
No.
I think most of us do have points in finesse. I'll do finesse instead. I'll do finesse.
Okay.
So I get to still pick the position and effect. If you do some
Yes.
Yeah.
finesse, I mean that's going to be desperate limited.
Hey, that's a. Oh, I already marked
limited is
experience
it?
for that.
Yeah, that sounds like experience for everybody. Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, we all get experience.
Okay,
Can we push ourselves as well, or no?
you can.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure, I'm
warp
going
it.
to.
Alex is
I'm
gonna
doing
push
it.
themselves.
I'm at 6 stress.
I'm at
I'm
5.
at 4 and I'm gonna leave it.
I'm
Sorry.
at 6.
I can't
I'm at
risk that.
3, and I don't know, man.
Let's roll finesse.
We've
If you
got
Okay,
this.
if you're pushing yourself, push yourself. But roll the group action.
Desperate.
You said-
Right.
Desperate, limited.
Desperate.
Everyone has to
limited.
roll.
Yeah, everyone. has
Everyone
to roll.
rolls.
And then I get the bonus stuff.
That's
for
4.
pushing myself.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
no.
3.
Oh,
That's
Six.
a 6!
Oh my god!
That's another 6.
yes.
Jupiter.
Oh no, take the wait. No, Nadia's is. Nadia, you have to take the lowest result.
No, she's stressed.
No!
Oh, you didn't stress. Oh shit, that's one.
I didn't mean to.
That's
Oh.
one success.
Oh.
Jupiter,
I didn't realize I didn't click it.
roll
Oh,
your
no.
finesse.
Wait,
So
if I
technically-
want to stress, I add 1.
Yes, one. One bonus
Yeah.
die.
I guess technically Nadia did stress, so
Oh.
could we still count?
Dude,
What?
Nadia said she wasn't going to stress herself.
Yeah.
So,
sorry,
Orlan,
guys.
you take 1, 2, 3 points of stress.
I'm full out on stress. I'm gonna start taking trauma soon.
That is a trauma.
That is a trauma.
That is a trauma. I'm at trauma.
So what is shit? I don't know how that works, but let me tell you what happens though. So as all of you see that her eyes start to glow red, Orlan points it out. But Alex, you're the quickest to act. How do you stop her from whatever she's about to do? As dark tendrils begin to come from her body, she has this evil smile on her face. Her eyes are set on this mechanical heart in front of you all. And it seems like she's not really paying attention to you all as a group, but she just like, this is it.
She's also stealing shit.
Did I steal, or did I see Orlan throw that vial?
Well, you can explain what you do. Like, I mean, you
okay.
you could
You were the
see.
quickest to react.
If I saw Orlan throw the vial, I like calculated that's not gonna hit her.
Ooh,
and
shit.
I go up and catch it, and smash that into her face.
Okay. And you all watch as, okay, we'll say for fiction, Alex is closer to the lady than Orlan is. And Orlan, you throw the vial at her, and it's far right. The rest of you all start to act in slow motion. Everything that's happening is just starting to like really kind of all come together. It's chaotic. You see, whatchamacallit? Brigham. You see Brigham like grab the stool and toss it at the lady. You see Orlan like miss with the vial. You see Nadia kind of just like pull out a throwing knife, not actually hitting it yet. Jupiter, her eyes also start to glow a certain color using her occult magic. And then Alex, you grab, or whatever you do. I'm sorry, Jerry, there. But Alex, you grab the vial out of the air, snatch it, and you smash it on her face, and her face just kind of goes slack. She's like getting ready to do something, and her eyes go slacked, and she falls to the ground, unconscious.
We kill that one.
Okay.
We should call guards on that because she was trying to take something.
Was she trying to take something, or was
sleeping.
she?
She was, and we saw her acting, so we all freaked out.
Okay, let me. I got this. I mean, are
we sure we want to call the guards, because then they won't leave this room alone?
I hate to be a poop in the potty, but it is very late for me.
Yeah, that was supposed to be our last action.
That was supposed to be our last thing.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you all very much.
Thank you.
That was wild.
10 out of 10.
We'll pick this up. I kind of want to end it on like a bang, but you guys succeeded.
I can end this on
you
the
guys
bang,
succeeded on that. But what do you do?
It was a bang.
Oh yeah, it was. It definitely was.
This is awesome. Again.
So we will
I
end
think
it
I know what I'm
there.
gonna do.
What are you going to do next?
I was gonna turn to Brigham and say, "Punch me."
That's an excellent cut.
Yes. Okay. That's an excellent end. As Orlan says, "Punch me." Wow. Thank you all for playing. That was really fun. Holy shit.
Wow, that was
That
wild.
That was fun.
What the fuck?
Fun.
What are you guys gonna do? I have no idea.
I
You have
you
an
wonderful
unconscious
person, I love
woman
you.
in the room now. She was there
Also, can we
first,
say
just doing
how
stuff.
angry I was when I got the whole you have to take the lower number, and I got the worst possible number and the best possible number?
Yeah, why?
I thought you succeeded. I was about to say, like, oh shit.
I know,
I
and then
was
I was
so
like, wait, I can
excited.
take stress!
Yeah, I saw
was
that and
so
thought we
excited.
crit because we had 2 6s from multiple sources.
Yeah.
But no,
Sorry,
instead it was
next
a
time I'll
fail.
just take the stress.
Damn.
But
Dude, also,
actually,
congrats
Kendo,
to
to answer the
people who got
question
the
though,
giveaway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Congrats.
So yeah, congrats. We have
Shout out
2
to
winners.
Sterling.
We have Sterling Silver 82 and FRM
Yep.
5993 who won it. I will send you some information on how to get that.
Congrats
Free,
to Sterling
awesome.
because
Thank you.
he's a friend of mine. So
Oh,
thank
hey.
you for joining.
Ooh, nepotism I smell? Maybe?
Yes.
No.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
so
Congrats,
epic.
man. Congrats. Oh, this was so much fun.
Oh my gosh. I thought we would wow. Like I had no idea it was gonna get like this. It was really good. I was like on the edge of my seat at a few times there.
Same.
Twice that we're
Same.
getting like a big boss, and we're just like, no, shut up.
No, get out of here.
No.
I mean, half of this
The
game
adults are
is
talking.
putting out fires. I believe that's
Yes.
how it's
Every
kind of
time the
described.
bad guys come
Especially
and
in
like
shadows,
they're getting
you know?
ready, we're just like Alex when Jupiter was trying to save him, and then with Alex again when he just put the other one to sleep.
Alex is
almost dies.
Alex is
Alex
trouble.
No,
Alex is
the
trouble.
reason
Like
we
literally.
love him.
Like
if you're all a little. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, if you're all a little stressed, don't worry, it's okay. The best advice I've seen for Blades in the Dark is to drive your character like a stolen car.
I don't know
that
how
is
to
the
drive,
best
and I've
advice.
never stolen a
Yes.
car. Thanks, though.
I'll imagine what it's like. But no, I think that we did great considering the fact that that we're shadows, you know, so we work better technically in the dark. So the fact that we can silence these issues, high five to all of us.
Right? Immediately just shut them down.
I tried.
Oh man.
I tried
Oh
to.
my God.
I really did try to like throw a lot of wrenches in your thing, and unfortunately, you guys are just too good.
Fortunately, I think you mean.
You just
Oh
jinxed
no,
it.
no.
Thanks.
Unfortunately. I'm joking,
I think fortunately. So
No, of course it was a
100%.
joke. I'm not trying to.
I love how the DM wants our characters dead in the 3rd session.
God.
I
Yeah,
support.
right. Kill us all.
Hey, it is what it is. It's not fun if it's all
If there's no
Candyland.
risk.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
no,
just
that's
start
fair.
and die.
Yeah, no,
That's
I don't
true.
think any of us even have a injury yet.
No, well, we now have one trauma.
I have
So
trauma.
I don't know how
I
that
have
works.
one
That's
harm.
delicious.
I'm
What is
looking
that?
at it right now. So when PC marks their last stress box, they suffer a level of trauma. When you take trauma, circle one of your trauma conditions, like cold, reckless, unstable. They're all described below. When you suffer trauma, you're taken out of action. You're left protected, or otherwise
What?
dropped out of the current conflict, only to come back later shaken or drained. When you
Holy
return, you have
shit.
0 stress, and the vice has been satisfied. And when you return, you have 0 stress, and your vice has been satisfied. Trauma conditions are permanent. The character acquires a new personality quirk indicated by the condition and can earn XP by using it to cause trouble. When you mark your 4th trauma condition, your character cannot continue as a daring scoundrel. You must retire
Oh
them to a
my
different
gosh. Orlan,
So
you have
actually,
your
I'm out.
you have your pick. Well, that doesn't kind of work with this type of fiction at the moment. I mean, because I would say like that just
And it
doesn't
said
kind
you're
of.
only out of the current situation. You're not out of the thing.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say like he just goes insane and runs out of the room, right?
No, but the consequences of him telling Brigham to punch him could be.
Oh yeah.
I'm
So-
gonna say that my trauma is I'm unstable. Like that, like I was like, okay, we're in the zone, then that happened and it shook me so much. I'm like, okay, what's next? Oh, punch me.
And Brigham just knocks him off. Just like boom. But anyways, that was incredibly fun. Hopefully everyone can be here next week to continue on. That was really great, guys.
Yeah,
Great.
100%.
Oh my
Good night,
gosh.
everybody. It was a ton of fun, but
Good
I
night.
need to go. So I will talk to
Good
you all
Yeah.
later.
All
Night.
right.
Alright, bye.
Bye guys.
See you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Good night, guys. See you all.
Yeah, night.